Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the intro, then we'll go down. I'll ask everyone what they've been doing since the last mission, and you can also tell me the lifestyle you've been living. Either couch surfing for 0, just a normal life for 250, or living in luxury for 500. 0 hinders all of your might rolls for this session, 500 eases all of your might rolls for this session, and 250 has no effect either way. Yeah, I'll do the intro, go through all the agents, and then we'll hop into our introduction. Everyone all right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Welcome to Free Agents, our Cypher system RPG set within the Beacon Space universe. While the Faction Turn deals with giant political organizations and factions, our game looks into the Penumbra, the shadows of society where light and darkness meet, the cracks down the sofa cushions, the place where clients with exacting needs can claim plausible deniability and get things done that nobody else can. Individuals within the Penumbra are our titular free agents, and a team of such will perform a mission today. Let's make ourselves familiar with our agents for today. Let's start with Whittle. Why don't you tell us about yourself?
Whittle is a 4-foot-tall Quettle. She is an inquisitive speaker who crafts unique objects, and she has been living the standard life since her last mission. Probably had dinner with hostess Lahua at some point, and yeah.
Is your apartment flooded?
Obviously.
Yes, yeah, underwater apartment. Probably the best place to have dinner with your squid friend. And let's go next to Mer. Why don't you introduce yourself to us?
Mer is a graceful soldier who explores dark places. She does not have a lot of money and kind of did a good deed, and so she has been couch surfing. And it's probably even worse than couch searching. Like, she's been looking for jobs that kind of like will put her up overnight, like babysitting children while their parents go out of town and stuff like that. And so she is really worn down. There are dark circles under her eyes, and she'll probably always have like a cup of coffee or something with her just to keep her going.
Poor Mer. And next we will go to Cinch. Why don't you tell us about yourself?
Dude, man, my couch is yours. Just leave the kids out of it. Cinch made off very well, so she's been living it up. Has a luxury apartment on the upper echelons, and she's a clever explorer who works the system, and she rewards herself for a job well done, clearly. And she's been tinkering with what some would call a dangerous new weapon. She's going to test them out on this mission to see how effective they are before she puts them on the market.
Cool. We will wait to see what that is. And next up, Rima, why don't you introduce yourself to us?
Yep. Reamer probably is on traveling, stayed on Talos since last mission.
Mm-hmm.
And where he left off, he stayed here because of whatever connections, and he probably wanted to see if any of the wildlife was changed by the comet landing in.
Yeah.
On Talos. And so whatever weird effects have happened. And once, had his fill of information, noted whatever information that the local veins have been providing, started going back to looking for work. He's definitely renting, or temporarily staying at an apartment that one of his vein probably has. It's not luxurious, but it's okay. And he's, spending the normal amount of recreational activities.
Cool.
He's also wondering how his prison beetles are doing without him. They'll be fine. It's just, I want to know if they've changed scales or not, exoskeletons or not.
Cool. Doing some information gathering. And last but not least, Sir Frederick Ziegler. Why don't you tell us about your character?
So Frederick Ziegler is a self-described member of the Knights of Sihi. He's a strong-willed soldier who rages. He's a mountain of a man, about 7 foot tall, seems to be perpetually clad in armor. and always looking for a fight. He's recently he decided to acquire a shed, which he's renting off a woman called, well, he's heard as Agnes. He's not sure what's going on with this woman. She carries on fussing. And he also bought a hover van, which he's been ripping the seats out of and shoddily trying to mount his harpoon in and trying to soup it up himself. He's been underneath it, plugging and unplugging different hoses into different bits. I'm not...
Well, speaking of, let's go there now. Oh, we see Ziegler. What are you doing to your van right now?
Currently underneath it, just unplugging hoses and plugging them into different places. They're probably not where they're supposed to go.
Yeah, the older woman that you're renting this garage space from is holding a tray of freshly baked cookies. And he comes out to you. Ziegler, would you like a cookie?
What? Can't you see I'm busy?
I cooked them fresh.
Away with you, woman. I'm busy.
Okay, you're so kind to me. And puts them down and walks back into her house. And yeah, this is the location that you've requested your team for this mission to meet.
It's pretty messy, I'd say. And
yeah, describe the garage space to us.
I can imagine
what does everyone see as they walk in?
Like, it's a small shed, and it's just got kind of... It's what Ziegler would imagine the right tools for the job are, but I imagine them just being like hammers everywhere. And just there's oil all over the place. The van's taking up the majority of the space, and he's just underneath it, basically just ruining things.
So everyone else, this mission has popped up on the Penumbra network, and Ziegler has very enthusiastically accepted it, mainly due to the acquisition of his new van and wanting to get a chance to use it. Yeah, you've all been invited to Ziegler's garage.
And just gonna beeline it for that plate of cookies.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna join you over there.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, fresh, hot, absolutely delicious chocolate chip, fresh cookies from Mrs. Delafour's oven.
I don't think Ziegler even acknowledges that other people have come into the garage at this point. He's just underneath, messing around. What he's effectively done is just ripped out the back seats and sort of stuck a tripod in the back, which he's mounted his harpoon to.
Are you still underneath the van?
At this point, yes. Yeah. Ziegler's underneath the van.
Just for the mental image, a lot of domiciles on TTGI station are around the edge of it, around the ring. Especially, this is the lower class habitation hub. TTGI station looks like a giant clock where each of the numbers is a giant pod which has a different function. So Hab 7 is the industrial zone. Hab 2 is like luxury apartments. This is in the kind of lower class area, but around the edge, each domicile tends to have a space for like a personal spacecraft, or, well, not a personal spacecraft, but a place for spacecraft to attach. And this is the cargo area where one would unload. And this Mrs. Delafour, having no use for her space near the airlock, has rented it out to Ziegler for his newly acquired van.
Yeah, like I said, she's just beelining it for the cookies, and then she'd probably just plunk into the front seat and see if there was an onboard computer, half knowing that Ziegler is screwing up his van.
Yeah, and I think Mer grabs a cookie, and if your feet are sticking out, she'll walk over and kind of bend down to look underneath and be like, "What are you doing?"
I think Ziegler just sort of grunts and carries on.
Reamer questioning why he's even here, but came here anyway to learn more about the other agents, quote unquote. Doesn't know what to do in this particular setting, and just acquires whatever the closest beverage and just starts sipping it on the side.
Whittle
You
is
call? Yeah, go ahead.
Whittle is wandering around and picking up and inspecting random objects.
Yeah, the mission details that have drawn you all here is from Agent Handler Wolf, who is the main handler for TTGI Station. The subject is fleeing fugitive fast force. And the body of the message is the Amicable Accord Transit and Trade Truckers Union has reported a small stolen vessel, the BCS Eventually. Recover the vessel and apprehend the rebel fugitives. Last known position was the FTL gate going from Gila to Telas. Valuable cargo on board. Do not destroy the ship. And, a listing of rewards for if the cargo and fugitives are alive or if the cargo and fugitives are dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think Ziegler's read this very well. I think Ziegler's just going to AU and points at Whittle.
Yes,
Pass me that tool over there, yeah?
she will do so.
All right, I want to. I think Ziegler's about to finish, so he's trying to plug this thing in. I don't know if you want me to make it a stupid roll on this, but he thinks he's fixed out whatever issue is to soup up the van.
Oh, you're
He's about
trying
to hit it with a hammer.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's make an intellect roll. And for Ziegler, this is difficulty 6.
All right.
Would I be able to provide an asset by providing him with tools that are actually useful from my bags of tools?
You certainly can. Yep. You can make it one easier for him.
Since I'm like trying to diagnose his van from the inside, from the onboard computer, if there is one, can I give him an asset too?
There's no onboard computer, but you can definitely like be reading the readout and go, no, the check engine light just came on. Undo that. You can help
like,
as well.
Other hose.
Yeah.
Okay, so difficulty 4 then.
Difficulty 4, yeah. Unless you have any applicable skill, but I think you have a difficulty with critical thinking.
Critical thinking. I've got focus and concentration. I can really focus on the job. Just doing it badly.
Yeah, sure. All right. Yeah, I'll let you get away with that. It's difficulty 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't
You're
believe that
not
worked.
good at this, but you've been staring at it for the last 13 hours unstopped. So
All right, let's go.
yeah, I think you pull on a hose and there's a hiss of coolant as one of the front right grav fails and it lurches unseemingly. A little off center. It's not hovering flat anymore.
All right, perfect. Let's go.
You broke it more.
Thankfully, this suspensor arm is stopping it from crashing to the deck plate. But
Yeah.
I think Ziegler immediately jumps out from underneath and gets in the driver's seat. I'm ready to rock.
Can I just like point like to where like point to the and then we can actually move.
can you repeat that, please?
I was like, I'm just gonna point to Mir and show her the diagnostic stuff and the check engine light. I'm like, whatever he did, just undo it. It'll be fine.
So could I attempt to do this very like fast on the sly?
Oh, you could, yeah. For you, it's difficulty 4.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Whittle and be like, can I see that tool?
Go right ahead.
I mean, I think Ziegler just dropped it on the spot underneath, so it'll be there.
So can I use speed instead of intellect, or is intellect the way to do this?
You can do speed, yeah.
Okay.
fine.
Can I roll careful movement?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, this is being careful. Yeah, that applies.
Can I do a perception test to see if I tell that she's doing this?
And this is difficulty 4?
I think you just ask Mo if you notice she's doing this or not.
Oh no, I'm trying to be sneaky about this. So yeah, I think.
Yeah, but I'm trying to see if Ziegler notices.
Sure. Let's see how high Mo rolls, and then we'll have you roll against it.
Okay.
Okay. Was this difficulty 4?
It was difficulty 4 baseline. Yeah. Then whatever difficulty you roll and beat is what Ziegler has to beat. Beats difficulty 3. Okay. So you have to roll difficulty 4, Ziegler, to notice this speed.
Oh, I think you noticed exactly what I did.
Yeah, so Mer, you reach in, you twist and tighten a bolt that Ziegler had loosened accidentally, and the front right grav flickers back into life, and the van stabilizes back up on all 4 of its grabs again.
What are you doing back there? Can't you see that I fixed this van?
Yeah, you did a great job. You just left something a little bit loose, and I didn't want it falling off.
All right then. So long as we're clear that this was all my doing.
Yep.
Oh,
all
yeah.
yours, big guy. Where are the seatbelts?
Oh, I removed those. So
Oh,
on the interior.
Describe the interior of the van for us.
So
Yeah.
the front cockpit. I mean, Ziegler's a big. It's like he's in a clown car. Is how I'm imagining. So he's got 2 front seats. And then in the back, he's ripped all the seats out, and there's just a mount with his harpoon on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's 2 benches down the side, like a military transport, with the people facing each other against the walls.
Yeah. And Kit helped you with this during the
Yes,
interim.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not well put together, but I imagine it's not going to fall apart.
You did have an actual mechanic take a look over, so it's not going to fall apart, but it does have some of Ziegler's personality embedded in it, let's say.
Oh yeah, there's a few dents in a few places. It's all right.
Yeah.
Mur asks and says, like, where are we going in the van?
To go do that job.
Right, but we need a spaceship for the job, right?
Oh, don't worry about that.
Reamer chimes up. He's like, lowering the safety. So we lowering the stabilizer does not restrict the speed of this vehicle. 2, does this vehicle hover?
Sorry, what was the first?
Does this vehicle fly interstellarly?
I'm not
It
GM.
does not. No.
Right.
Not in the vacuum of space. If you were like driving around the outside of a spaceship, then yes, it's vacuum sealed.
Does it attach to the surface as such?
It needs a surface to hover on. You can't just free fly.
Second question. Second question. Are we somehow forcing the truckers to be more terrestrial?
I mean, this is Ziegler or something. What do you mean? This thing flies, doesn't it?
It hovers, big guy.
No, not in space.
Yeah. So she's like, well, sorry, maybe I misunderstand, but it seems like the truckers are in space.
Yeah. So are we.
So is the entire planet. Doesn't that solve our answer?
Yeah, exactly. Come on.
In that logic, you're gonna somehow get the planet to move.
No. We're all in space, so we just drive over there. Yeah.
That's
I think
not how. That's not how plans maps work.
Mur's gonna look at Rimmer and say like, well, we can get in the car, and while he's driving, we can do some searching and try and figure out, where this chip might be. She's kind of going to point to your wrist computer and be like, I'm sure between the 2 of us we can figure something out.
And she just kind of like goes over to Ziegler. If you harpoon the ship, it'll pull us along.
You think exactly like I did. That's why the harpoon's in the back. Do you see?
Reamer, so we're gonna harpoon. So Reamer, he has no filter in himself when it comes to this. This is recently voice is like, so he sighs like, I would vehemently reject that plan. Not only have we harpooning the ship and then having us dragged across space when this vehicle is not particularly skilled for space travel. Also, you've removed the safety devices on there, so the acceleration will turn us all into some form of goo creature.
But I've come up with look, all right. I've come up with plenty of ideas in the past, and I've not died yet. Yeah, how can this be different?
Evolution is very strange.
Then
So-
she just kind of winks at Mur because it's just, like she's just been back there. Like, yep, nope, we're gonna harpoon the ship. Pretty much just like
See, Cinch is on board. Be
Mer
fine.
looks down at Whittle
Remember-
and is
re-
like,
re-
"What are you?
Yeah,
Like,
remember, like
where do you sit on this?"
I vote he does not lead, and then Rimmer goes forth and starts pulling up his wrist computer to start doing some information digging.
Well,
Yeah. Go.
yes. It would be a bit inopportune to try and just use the van, given that we are going after a spaceship. Bear in mind, Sir Ziegler, is it even capable of going fast enough to catch a ship?
Depends how fast the ship's going.
Very.
Well, I'll just press the accelerator more then, won't I?
yeah, check it out. The baby pops up at like 450 kpm. It should be good.
Kilometers per hour? Per minute?
Sure. Cinch knows nothing about cars. She's just having fun screwing with him at this point.
I think, just for reference, Ziegler's removed the speedo and there's just like a slow and fast with a needle. Just Ziegler's prepared to drive off at this point. I mean, he's just sat in the chair revving the engine.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it makes a nice high-pitched kind of electric car whine, and the underneath is what color have you set the grass to glow?
I think with all my fiddling, they're just sort of going haywire, so they're going all kinds of colours.
Right, yeah. Every time you press the accelerator, the color's changing, and underneath there, it's glowing brighter RGB.
Yeah, it's just like like a disco underneath
Yeah.
the van.
Fades and grows with the accelerator.
Sorry, out of character. Whittle, you've got a ship, haven't you?
I do.
Yeah.
Have you flooded it yet?
We could harpoon Whittle to ship, and she could drag us to the place we have to go.
It's not flooded yet.
Whittle ship does have cargo space for the van. Just about. It's tight squeeze, but you'd all be able to get the van on and in Whittle's ship.
Is everybody in the van at this point, or are people sat outside, like, trying to
I don't
figure
think
out
you've
what's
quite
going on?
convinced us to get into the death box yet.
Right. Okay. And I was just wondering if people were inside having this conversation, or if this was.
I'm totally in the van with him. I'm probably like strap my ass down to the like co-pilot seat.
Come on, let's go in. I know exactly where we're going.
You should roll a persuasion check. Like,
Oh yeah, sure. It's gonna. Well, I mean, even if I roll a high, I imagine it's not going to do well. What do you want me to roll for this, Mr. GM?
Just roll an intellect check, and then Mer can tell you if it's high enough
Okay.
or not.
Oh,
or
so
oh yeah, 17. Okay. Like she's like, I don't believe you, but this is going to be interesting. Sure, Mer gets in the van, and she turns back to the other two, and she's like, we can always do our searching on the road, and this just keeps the group together.
That was
I think Reaver's also going to help search information.
Cool. Yeah.
So is everybody in the back of the van just sort of looking up ways to remedy the situation?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're all sat in the van while you search the internet.
I think Ziegler's immediately going to start speeding off towards. Is it Hab 7, which is the industrial district?
Yes, yeah. So you're driving the van out of the airlock and along the surface of the station.
Yes, towards
Just to be
Hab 7.
clear.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
At high speed. That's immediately where Ziegler's setting off to. I don't know what's happening during the trip, but that's what's happening.
Sure. Yeah, you can drive there. Hab 7 is the industrial development zone. Yeah.
Yep. Sorry, I was trying to leave scope for people to do stuff while.
Yeah. So while you're on this journey, you're in. Let me check the hubs here. You're in either Hab 9 or 10. Let's just say it's in Hab 9. So Hab 7 isn't too far away. It's only 2 habs over, so it's a brief drive along the outside. I think you get some people like flashing their lights at you or saying, "Oh, what are you doing?" No vehicles around the. You're getting like warnings from the equivalent of air traffic control, like, "Hey, vehicles should not be driven around the outside of the station." But
I'm imagining a glass canopy with people walking underneath it.
yes, yeah, the transit between the habs does have glass walkways, so yeah, there's some confused looks up at you, for sure.
I think Mur is looking at Rimmer and just kind of like, what do you want to search? Should we search like public records on what potentially happened to the ship? Do we want to split it up? Can I help you? What would you like?
Sorry. Say that again.
So, can I help you search? Like, are we looking through public records to see like where this kind of disappeared, or if anything has docked that kind of fits the description of the BCS eventually? Do you want us to kind of split up and look at different things? How would you like to do this searching for information?
I don't have a lot of knowledge skills. I mean, I can
Okay.
make things a little easier with that, but my knowledge skills are mostly in botany and xenobiology. So I think he should assist you, because I think you have a. Do you have a
Yeah,
skill?
I have a skill in searching.
Yes.
So-
So I will assist you. So I'll probably find extra leads and send you links for you to like verify with your knowledge.
Okay. So what kind of difficulty is this going to be? To see if we can pick up some threads to kind of point us in the right direction.
Oh, well, immediately before rolling, just like you do your first pass at searching, you just put BCS eventually into Space Google. You get BBTV newsfeed reported by one of the written journalists. It's like one of those live feeds for a sports event where it details. I mean, it's all rather delayed because it's many, many hexes away, so you're getting it on a delay. But you get the local time and then event of giant explosion reported on the Red Morning Rise, which is a capital ship, a capital cargo ship that travels between Gila and Telos regularly. You have information about a police pursuit by the Concord of the Mutual Disdain, and how the ship managed to shake them in an asteroid field, and then its last known position was the FTL gate going from Gila to Telos. That's without having to roll. That's just the publicly available information on the incident.
So if we head to like, if they're heading here, can we go to like the other end of the FTL gate and wait for them to pop through?
Yeah, that would be a viable strategy if they're still there by the time you're there. You don't know if they're still in transit in the gate, if they've already left.
So can we do information to see like if a ship matching the description has arrived in Telos?
You absolutely can. Yeah.
Okay.
If you go to like the what's currently docked at TTGI station, you could find that relatively easily. Be a trivial task for an agent of the Penumbra, maybe difficulty 3.
Okay.
To access that kind of manifest, which isn't exactly supposed to be public information, but the Penumbra is so riddled through on TTGI station that all of the systems are pretty compromisable.
Okay. So I have a communication device that provides me an asset. He's got a risk computer, and if I spend an effort, then we just auto succeed.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sounds important to do so.
Actually, I don't have to spend an effort because I'm trained in searching, so we just auto
true.
succeed.
Oh, perfect.
roll anyway to see if you get a 1 or a special effect.
Sounds good. Oh no!
Oh no!
Of course.
Of course. Damn.
Mhm.
So Mer, gain an XP,
Okay.
and you can give an XP to someone else.
Where are people sitting? XP wise? Does
I have
anyone?
one.
Oh,
I have one
everyone should have
advancement.
gained 1
Yeah.
XP for accepting the mission as well. I think you're missing that
Okay.
one.
So I have 1 advancement and 2 XP.
I have
I have
two
one
advancements.
So
I
again,
have 1 advancement and 4, so
Whittle, how are you doing?
I have 2 advancements and 4.
So I think this goes to Rumor.
yay!
Cool. Yeah, and the effect of this intrusion is that the ship knows the BCS eventually somehow knows that you're looking for it.
Great.
We somehow put on a message board. And I know we
Yeah.
somehow.
We get their location, but they know we're looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Like
go to space Twitter and accidentally post BCS eventually location instead of Google, like something like that. Yeah, you're able to identify that the BCS eventually is in system and headed for TTGI station.
Rumor. I will mention some of these. These are like. I swear that link was not space Twitter when I sent it to you.
Yeah, so I think Mer will pop up kind of from the back of the van where she's like braced because there are no seat belts, and we've been doing kind of this crazy driving. And just say, so we know they're in system and headed this way, but they also know that someone's looking for them.
Oh, perfect.
how'd they find that out?
It was this accidental, posting. I'm not good with your guys' media stuff yet. Like, I don't have to deal with this stuff on Cardicook.
Dude, hit log out every time.
I think Ziegler just shouts perfect and points at the harpoon.
No. Ziegler. We get more if they're alive. Then you can buy more weapons for your van.
You make a good, strong argument.
I know, right? Like,
Harder down. I mean, it's already flat to the floor, but he's...
Yeah. From the information you have, it looks like the BCS eventually is heading for Hab 9.
Okay. And I'll pass this along. And then I'll also say, because like the Red Dawn, like, is that like, so out of character, is that Biscuity's ship?
Yes,
Yes.
it is. Isn't it? Yes.
The Red Morning Rises, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
Red Morning
there's
Rises.
the dawn and the rise, isn't there? Or the sunset?
Yes, yeah, there's the Red Dawn set and the Red Morning Rise are the two main
Yeah.
ships for the Amicable.
And the
Yeah,
rise is Biscuity's one, isn't it?
it is, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I've got his number and stuff. If you wanted to try and convince Ziegler to have a conversation,
No. I just like would say, I'd kind of do a narration of like what happened as it was leaving and say like there was this big fiery explosion on this capital ship.
I think Ziegler, after you were saying, wait, run that back. What about the Red Morning Rise?
There was a big explosion when this ship went AWOL.
All right. Can I phone Biscuity while driving without using a hands-free device?
You definitely can, yeah.
Okay, I'm doing that. Do I need to roll for anything here?
No, I don't think so. I think like you're driving in pretty clear, and you can just call.
All right, I'm going to call Biscuity.
Yeah, you get a busy signal.
Can I call them again?
Another busy signal.
This is weird. He never normally. He always accepts my phone calls.
well, I mean, like, did his ship blow up? Like,
I don't know.
I didn't see anything else in the news about like what happened after, but
all right, well, Go see if we can quote unquote sneak up on the people expecting us.
Don't know that.
Finch just kind of glares back.
Yeah.
I think Mur's like, they are not going to expect a hovercraft on the outside of the space station shooting harpoons.
Have you headed back to Hab 9 at this point?
No, I'm driving at Hab 7 at full
Okay,
pace.
cool. Yeah, you've arrived by now.
Okay, I'm at Hab. So, you know where the shenanigans happened?
Yeah.
Can I have driven to that, or is that like a walk-in area?
You cannot drive into. No, you're on the outside of Hab 7.
Is there any way I can get the van into Hab 7?
There's a few airlocks, but most of them are occupied by like industrial haulers. This isn't really a place where anything other than ships filled with coal come, you know?
There's the one that isn't occupied.
Let's see. Roll speed difficulty 4. You can notice one that isn't occupied. No, they're all occupied so far as you can tell.
Oh, okay. I think Ziegler's going to slam the wheel. Oh, damn. I had a plan here.
Mo, you get a proximity alarm that the BCS eventually is going to be hitting Hab 9 in maybe 15 minutes. If you look, you can probably like see a speck that you think is the ship.
Yeah, I think she's kind of like pushing herself into the cabin or the piloting area, and she's like, see that? Like, that's the ship. We need to get back to Hab 9.
Fine, this will have to do then. And yeah, I'll speed off towards Hab 9 with that information.
Cool. Is anyone doing anything on the journey back?
I think so. Mur has kind of a bracer on her arm, and she's pulling kind of this folded up. It's not metal, but like she'll attach it to kind of the track on her arm, and it will unfold into kind of the shield, and then she'll retract it. Just if we're getting ready for combat, I want to make sure that is attached.
Very cool.
Reamer will make sure his eels are fed and his gun's loaded. But also, as we try to get closer, he's going to take his binoculars and try to like survey our target.
Yeah.
So the question is also, do we want to, like, if we have the environment suits, do we want to get into the environment suits so that we can do some like 0G, like out in space stuff?
Well, but I definitely have it somewhere in Reamer's.
Time getting into her environment suit.
Yeah, let's do that.
Finch is pretty much making sure like Ziegler does not arm the harpoon.
Like, I mean, Ziegler's going to get out of the driver's seat without even looking at it and start readying the harpoon.
So have you gone back into like the garage space, or are you waiting on like the outside?
Oh no, Ziegler's driven to the outside. I don't know if people want to take it. So we're on the outside of Hab 9.
Yeah.
Like where the ship's going to collide, I suppose? Or what's going to happen?
Yeah, it looks like it's heading for like a docking port in Hab 9.
So we're just above that docking port and hovering, I imagine. Yeah. And Ziegler's come out of the driving seat and he's just readying the harpoon, and the back of the van's aiming towards the airlock. And
gotcha. Okay.
So,
proximity alarms are going off. You can see a couple of like how if someone violated airspace, there'd be a pair of fighter jets like escorting it. You see a couple of TTGI stations automated drones like taking a few pot shots at the eventually, which Remo, your scans show it to be a light cargo craft, probably crewed by about 8 to 10 people, kind of a similar craft to either Whittle or Leofric's ship.
Mm-hmm. I think I'll exclaim that out loud. It's like light cargo craft, similar to like Whittle's ship. No?
Arrives for anyone who wants to do a last action.
Yeah, he
They're gonna destroy this cargo ship, and if they get destroyed, this cargo ship, nothing's gonna happen. So she's trying to just like hack into the security system quickly to shut the weapon systems down on the drones.
You're gonna try
Well-
and sorry, go on.
Whittle will activate her camera and microphones that are designed to be concealed.
Cool. Whittle, why don't you sorry, it was Cinch, you're gonna try and hack into the drones.
Yeah.
From this distance, and they're like the security for TTGI, I think that's like difficulty 7 probably.
Okay, can my wrist computer and hack the impossible reduce that?
Hack the Impossible works a bit differently. Hack the Impossible, you spend 3 points and you can just do it. It's one of your special abilities.
Okay, can I just do it and spend 3 points?
Yeah, sure. It's not going to stick with Hack the Impossible. You'll just be able to like shut them down for a moment before they recover.
Okay. Do I still roll or just spend it?
You just spend 3 points.
Okay, done. So yeah, I just
Yeah,
shut down
so-
the weapon systems for as long as we can.
Yeah, you're hooked into a wall panel, whatever. You manage to work your way around the system because you are someone who works the system. And you see the drones. They flicker for a moment, and they seem to be like rebooting. You've managed to tell them to turn off and on again. As it approaches, it becomes increasingly evident that the airlock that it's approaching is Agnes Delaforce. And we get the ship coming in. It's streaming smoke. There's a few busted engines. As it comes in, we hear a grinding crash as it impacts with the airlock in kind of a dramatic fashion, going way too fast. We see the back of the cargo ship hiss down, and we see stood in the airlock a tall, muscled figure with red hair, looks towards Ziegler and yells, "Sir Frederick Ziegler, will you marry me?"
What?
Reamer's like, congratulations.
And Biscuity Crumbles is stood there in the deckway of the PCS eventually.
What? What are you doing here?
Like, are you just gonna leave him sitting like that? That's mean.
Yeah, seriously. Then just like smacks him up the head. Go!
Alright, Ziegler runs full pace at him.
Yeah, he gets down to one knee, offers up a ring which is just pig iron bent into a circle.
Ziegler takes it Ziegler takes it and sort of pushes it as hard as he can into his chest, so it's sort of stuck to his armor.
Yeah, and that's when we finally get the episode title. We see 3 agents, everything crumbles eventually. Yeah, so why don't we take a 5-minute break there?
Finch is just gonna turn to me. I call bridesmaid.
Yeah.
Whittle looks thoroughly confused.
I'm not entirely sure
I
what's
mean-
happened so far.
Reamer attempting to pick up with social cues the wrong way says congratulations.
I think Ziegler and Biscuity are sort of pushing their foreheads into each other as hard as they can, in the usual fashion.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mur is kind of tearing up, like, "Oh, this is so sweet. I have no idea who these people are, but that's pretty epic."
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm just worried. Do we have to kill Biscuity or not kill Biscuity?
Well, our objective's not to kill him, apparently, technically. So, can recover the cargo. Just make sure it's a
Yeah.
wedding gift. The cargo.
Oh, we cut back in from the dramatic action. We kind of sidewiped a few minutes later on the BCS, which you're now well aware stands for Biscuity Crumbles ship. Is the BCS eventually is the Biscuity Crumbles ship eventually. Is attached to Agnes Delafour's airlock, and Biscuity is in the garage space with you.
Well, me and him are pushing our foreheads into each other.
Who you're supposed to apprehend?
Finch is just like doing the math. I'm like, okay, so technically it says recovery of cargo ship, and the fugitives need to be alive.
Cargo. Recovery of cargo, not cargo ship.
Okay. Oh, okay. Finch is like doing the math, and she's like, how do I make this work?
Reamer's like, can we just need? Probably just mentions like, can the cargo be a wedding present?
Well,
Is there an issue with the wedding?
well, it's just an engagement right now, dude. Don't your people get married?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's okay though. Biscuity, what the hell is on your ship?
Natives on Hilosaitos don't generally get married.
Yeah,
that would have been like Finch asking, like just straight up.
Yeah. I just a note. Yeah. It's foreign concept to him. I mean, he knows it exists. He just doesn't know anything else. No, because mostly he's a clone. So
why why do you need marriage?
Technically, he's a genetically engineered clone, but the branching of clones are immense at this point. So it doesn't like. But yeah, continue.
Finch always did computers, not books, so it just works. No, she's like straight up, Biscuity, what the hell is on this ship?
Hey, well, I'm in a spot of bother, as I said.
What?
The cargo, it's information. I need to get it to the Hind Lodge on Icaros.
Up against one another.
What? Well, what information? Like, this is a really expensive job to bring you and that information back in. What is it?
Ziegler, you remember how we met?
Aye.
You remember what happened?
Well, we saw each other, and then I can't really remember.
Not that part. The mission you were doing.
The one where I shot the bad guys, or the other one where I shot the bad guys?
Right, help as usual. The Golden Stag Revolutionary Front was raiding our vessels, and it turns out that they decided to stop going after the capital ships and instead went after the smaller units, and the leadership of the Union has been corrupted by them and their appeal to money. I have a letter here. It was sent to me by accident, containing all the people on the Golden Stag's payroll. They are not happy.
We should have copies of that letter. Let's copy that letter so you're not the only one who knows it.
No, I need it.
Reamer's like,
why not take it?
It's like I believe even I know that you just take a photo or give the copy of the data.
With all due respect, I don't trust any of you except Ziegler. I need to get this to the Hand Lodge on Icaros.
You could always give it to me.
I mean, like, fair.
Icaros has a thick atmosphere. No communication is going to get there unless we go physically.
Well, I've got a perfect vehicular for that. Points at the van. as the harpoon goes off and hits the ship.
What say you all? You coming in the van?
Then she's just like looking between like the reward posting and like the two of them, and just like, and then just
Yeah.
like sadly goes into the van. It's like,
So Reamer's like getting a little confused. He's like, "Someone please explain how the new complication, as I do not know who this person is, and when is this wedding?" And
there's not gonna be
And-
a wedding unless we like help him and don't do the thing.
is wedding imperative to our mission?
And I like what's just the background knowledge of like this trucker trade union is?
You cut out a bit, sorry. So,
Sorry.
the Amicable Accord Transit and Trade Truckers Union, you would know to be one of the major truckers unions, which operates between Gila and Tellus. In general, interspace like transport and like cargo hauling is done by space truckers organized in various ways. Many of them in like workers' unions, rather than by the factions of Beacon Space. You would also know about the Golden Stag Revolutionary Front to be an extremist group who has been targeting the Concord of Mutual Disdain, who are kind of speciesist. They're primarily human and want humans and aliens to be separate. And the Concord is a very visible union of many aliens.
And the letter that he's got takes down the golden guys, or shows that the union is working with them.
So the mission that Biscuity talked about was, I think, the second free agent mission. The Golden Stag Revolutionary Front were doing a bunch of raids on the Amicable Accord Truckers Union, and the letter that Biscuity has is a detailing of everyone within the Truckers Union who has been corrupted by the Golden Stag Revolutionary Front.
Whittle
Okay,
has
so-
suddenly had a very wild compulsion to suddenly help with this mission for no apparent reason.
I think Myrrh is also thoroughly against the Golden Stags, and like the fact that all the aliens on Kartakuk live together, like, is part of the reason. Like, she's not at home for reasons, but like she likes that, and so yeah, she is willing to help.
It's just like really, really big. What amounts to 3,000 howl right now?
Oh, I think I missed a chunk of like last minute. My internet decided to be fuzzy.
No, me too. I think Discord's having some issues today.
You know, there's a place that out. Can you summarize what happened or what was said?
Yeah, Cinch, say it again.
Cinch is just like very pissed off that she's pissing away 3,000 howl, but she has a weird soft spot for Ziegler and Biscuity, so she's gonna be Ziegler anyway, so she's gonna help.
I think Ziegler's very excited about the idea of launching his van at a planet.
I think Mir will ask Bisty and be like, do you think there's any reward money in this? Kind of looking at Rimmer, and like she's only been on another mission with Rimmer, so she doesn't quite know what motivates him, but she wants to get him on board.
Rimmer's like, well, Rimmer's like, I would like to know what will help us complete the objective in this particular manner.
Biscuity will turn to me and go, "The High Lords will pay generously for this information, I assure you. And if they don't, I'll pay you out of my own pocket. I don't have much, but if it..."
This is overriding the initial goal. I mean,
Yes.
okay. So yeah, Reamer's like,
Yep. If you
I don't-
turned in Biscuity in the BCS eventually, right now, you'd get 15,000 howl.
Reamer's like, well, my vote is for the larger sum of money, but the one vote.
I think Myrrh looks at you and she's like, "You can have my share once this gets done, and then maybe that'll give you a little bit more."
Whittle,
more of the
like-
more of the I care more of the more difficult objective. But if I'm outvoted, then I'm outvoted.
Whittle raises her hand above her head, which is still not very high, and it's like, I have a vested interest in the one that lets me continue to travel around the sector, so my vote is to help.
And she's like, looks at Biscuity like, I want to get paid. Let's go.
Well, Reamer's
So
like,
are we
well,
flying this damaged spaceship back into space with like the van towed behind it, or are we getting on Whittle's spaceship?
Well, I say we get on Whittle's spaceship because they won't be looking for it.
Yeah.
Just saying. Let's. Is there an autopilot on Biscuity's not ship? We can just let it drift out in space.
You could
Is it
leave it
decoy?
attached here. You could detach it. It doesn't have an autopilot. A spaceship AI is very, very expensive.
Hey, Biscuity, can we clear this up, please? This is my shed. I don't want this here.
Clear the what up?
That ruddy huge ship over there.
My spaceship! That's what I spent all the Dimmerite money on!
Oh, that's where it all went.
Speaking of which, I can't deliver to Ingrid. I'm very sorry.
Oh, it's alright. I already got paid. Screw him. I think then Ziegler runs over to his van and gets in. I'm going to ram the ship back out of the air vent. With my...
You're just, gonna detach it? Just...
No, I'm going to just drive into it and ram it. To try and get it to back out of the...
Right, okay.
Fail this roll.
Yeah, what kind of role is this?
I fail it, because won't we all get sucked into space?
Well,
oh God,
That
But
is,
I
if you
realized I
want to
shouldn't-
get rid of it, like there's got to be Penumbra contacts on how to like scrap a ship and still get paid for it. Like, we might be able to recoup some costs.
I think
There's
this is just...
absolutely a Penumbra chop shop somewhere in 0909.
Yeah.
I imagine this is just going to be a car crash, though. This isn't actually going to launch it back into space. This is just Ziegler.
You're gonna destroy your van?
Yeah, there is 2 layers of airlock door between you and the ship, so...
I thought it was like breaching this shed.
No.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. You can take back that action if you so
Yeah,
desire.
I imagine like the ship had breached into the building.
No. It crashed hard and scraped some paint off, but yeah, otherwise it attached to the airlock normally.
Oh, right, okay. I thought it there was an open vent that it sort of...
No. It hasn't made a hole in the station. No.
Okay.
Sorry. That's
Never mind.
my
then.
bad.
Yeah, I suppose. So, Biscuity, can we scrap this ship then? I don't want to.
Spent my life savings on this. You want to scrap it?
It's got to recover it and you alive.
Hang on. Don't you have a?
Brother,
thing
no, I don't have it.
cinch?
Force
you-
another Biscuity?
Yeah. Well, they just need the ship and a biscuit-like object. We'll handle that in. And then,
This
since-
is just kind of like I get what he's trying to do.
Reamer's like, if I only had, do we have time to go back to one of the vein facilities? We could design one in probably a couple of hours.
You're still hooked into the proximity scan and all of that from looking for the eventually.
Mhm.
You get a ping of 3 ships that are approaching on a similar vector to the Eventually.
I say like we need to go now. I don't think there is time. I can potentially like call the chop shop and maybe they can, take care of it, but I don't think there's time for big plans.
Yeah, like we can't have been the only people to see this reward.
Yeah.
Like we can't.
There are other agents probably looking for
Yeah.
this.
So Reamer's like, well, plans are scarce. Let's get going.
Okay. Biscuity, where are we actually going to then? I didn't listen very well.
The Hind Lodge on Icaros. They all know what to do.
In the meantime, I think Reamer's like, should we start contacting that chop shop? Recouping some loss will be great.
Yeah, I think Mur gets on probably like Biscuity and Ziegler can have this conversation. You can get it. We'll take like a 25-50% cut and you can have the rest.
Sorry, Discord cut out for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
yeah, so Mur is calling the chop shop, letting them know the ship is here. They need to be fast if they want it, and basically asking for like 50% of whatever they get for it. Did that come through?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like yeah, that sounds like a really good course of action if that's permissible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the percent that you get is going to be a negotiation. I think on the phone you hear and it's like the standard rate is 25.
I think she like puts her hand over the phone and is like, is anyone here really good at negotiating?
Whittle.
Yeah, well,
And I
Whittle
think
will.
she passes the phone to Whittle and is like, I asked for 50. Maybe you could get more?
Whittle will endeavour to try and get a more reasonable sum. Going something along the lines of, well, yes, you say that, but you see, this particular instance is something that we've brought to your attention on a really short notice, and really, if you don't apply for this, and we're certainly willing to take the time it takes to travel somewhere else to get a better percentage. So really, you should take the offer while it's still available.
Intellect check. No, you can use any applicable skills.
That would be.
You've got persuading.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Hope the dice are with us.
Okay, so yes.
Ooh.
Is that success?
Should
Oh,
be because
apply
beats
2
a
effort.
difficulty 2 effort, so it's actually difficulty 5.
Okay.
Yeah, applies to effort. Yeah. Yeah, you succeed and say, guy on the phone goes, look, I understand, but I have to pick it up from the residential district myself, and there's heat on this thing. I'll give you 45 max.
We'll take it.
Reamer's like, better. Reamer's like, it's better than nothing. You don't
Cool.
have time to negotiate a better cut.
Yeah, so you've arranged that people from the chop shop who are disguised as a taxi service in Hab 6, by taxi, I mean like the spaceship shuttle service in Hab 6, have arranged that they're going to pick it up, strip it down, repurpose it as one of their vessels, and then pay you a cut.
Probably shown Biscuity a few family members. Do you actually like this guy? Can we pin it on this guy for you? While all that's going on.
Well, you're showing up like Biscuity Smith, Biscuity Woods, Biscuity Al Shamid.
I think
on this guy.
I think.
Sorry, Discord just cut out for 30 seconds for me. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I think as you were scrolling through those images, I think Ziegler was pointing to them. Yeah, that looks like him.
Reamer looks at it. Claire's like, no, it's very different.
I think Ziegler's saying yes to everyone.
Yeah, it's a 3 foot tall alien of a different species. And you're like, yeah, that'll do.
One of the other ones you said like that one's literally one of those. What's the name of the glue creature? The Gru race?
They don't have a name currently, but yeah, there's still like a
insert proper name for goo race. He's like that one of those goo races things. Unless those we're trying to fool are blind or unmodifiedly blind, doubt any of these will pass.
Oh, what do you mean? It's perfect.
Yeah, Mer, you get another ping. The ships are closing fast.
We need to leave. We can have this discussion on Whittle's ship as we are heading out.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Reamer's like, who's good at flying a ship?
Litter of Biscuity, I think.
Then get flying.
But yeah.
Is that cargo? Whittle, is there enough room for this van on your ship?
Barely.
Yeah, just about.
All right. I think Ziegler takes that as a good idea to immediately drive into Whittle's ship as fast as possible. So he gets into the driver's seat of the van, starts revving immediately.
Okay, I think Mir definitely piles in the van.
Yeah, Reamer's in the van. He has his loads his just in case his Stinger rifle.
Wait,
I must insist that you don't go that fast. If you crash into my ship, you're paying for it. I just finished paying it off.
Oh, I'll talk to the big man. Points at Biscuity.
Oh.
Wait, Cinch, no. That chair's for Biscuity. In the back.
Yeah, you can drive the van to Whittle's ship.
Yep, and it's carefully loaded into the back of Whittle's ship.
Very carefully.
Yep, not at all with the foot flat to the floor.
Oh yeah, there's a few scrapes down the side of the van. Yeah.
Reamer goes to the deck of the ship and sits near the side.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering right, this one was the other person's ship.
Oh, true. I need to get the other model.
Actually, Reamer mentioned to Mer, should we, if we accidentally announced a false location for the ship, maybe it'd be nice to place another false location for the ship.
You mean like send them on a goose chase?
Yeah, use Twitter for good.
I would say I will say a modded snail chase, but if gooses do the same thing, then sure.
Old Earth vernacular, apparently.
Modded snail.
They go invisible and appear in other locations.
Oh.
They often play with predators, despite that being ill-advised.
Fascinating.
Oh,
sure. We're gonna get on Twitter again, and she'll probably say something like, "Oh, ship headed to the industrial district" or whatever.
The difficulty, Reamer will help by sending photos of what he took.
Sure.
Selfies.
The objective is to try and lay a false trail.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. Let's make a difficulty 5 intellect check.
Okay.
Can I make it one harder by being an idiot?
No. So what are you doing to make it harder? Like, are you also posting on Twitter?
Yeah, I'm posting on Twitter. Me and Biscuity are acting on it safely. He just proposed to me. We're on our way to.
You take a selfie on Whittle's ship, like hashtag
Yeah.
he lived, bitch.
Yeah, I'm saying he proposed to me. We're on our way to. I've forgotten the name of the planet again.
Icaros. It's
We're
the
on
homeworld
our-
of the Ascent.
We're on our way to Icaros. He just proposed. We're on this ship.
Okay, so that's for like
that-
burying this post.
Yeah, Reamer's helping you as best as he can.
Okay. I think I asked Cinch to get involved too. I'm like trying
Or-
to like figure out Twitter to put this in, and I see like Ziegler's
Um,
post show up, and I'm like, Cinch.
Discord.
Falsified. To make it seem
Oh.
like it's a while ago.
I'm everyone's
Discord,
cutting it out.
please.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone.
Hey.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
What's Murr's intellect pool right now?
10.
10. I have 9, so you could still spend more.
I have
Yeah.
13.
Do you want to be the one making this roll? Like, I could say like, Cinch, help out, and you're like, oh, give me that.
I have no social graces. I can only make it harder.
Oh, God.
And social media.
Okay, so I will. Yeah, I'll do the roll, and I've got my wrist computer, and I totally feel like I could do lies and trickery here if I'm trying to like.
Yeah, I
make
think that's
Ziegler's
It's-
That makes
post.
sense.
It's definitely lies and trickery. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Okay. So
Exactly what it's for.
excellent. So lies and trickery. So what's the difficulty on this one?
So
8.
it's baseline 5. Ziegler decided to make it a 6.
Thanks, Ziggy.
What else was I going
And
to do?
I get to reduce it. I get to reduce it back down to 5. And who else is helping?
Reamer sending you photos.
Okay. And is Mur able to help with anything?
I have a communications device that can provide assets to some things. Is that a possible asset?
Okay,
This
yeah.
one? Excellent. Okay. And I'm going to apply an effort. Even though I think it's funny that Ziegler's making this harder.
We're going to be.
Success.
Woo.
Oh,
Yeah. Mo, you see the 3 ships that were on your like the proximity scan you got earlier. They're hovering outside the station, like not on a clear vector for Agnes for airlock anymore. They seem to be not entirely sure where to go. They're stationary around the station.
Reamer's like, good work. Punch it.
Go.
as you say, punch it. Ziegler just punches a wall.
Don't punch my ship.
Did I misuse that phrase?
No,
No.
you did. He's just very literal.
Yeah, Ziegler in the wall.
Ziegler misused that phrase.
Yeah.
You get used to ZZ eventually.
When you punch the wall, you hear a sloshing behind it.
Have I ruptured a water tank or something? Or is the next room full of water?
Something like that.
Okay.
And it's just like, are you really gonna flood your ship?
Yeah. So who's piloting?
Um,
Fairly certain Biscuity is the only one who knows how to pilot.
My speed pool's not horrible.
When can you spend
I have good-
XP on advancements?
I mean, if you would like to use it now, then sure.
I mean,
Because
I have a chunk of speed in me, but I don't know if anyone has an actual navigation skills. By all means.
I'm going to spend my 4 XP to gain the advancement to gain the skill of being trained in piloting.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, piloting spacecraft is a skill. Sure.
Okay.
Weird. Little, you can fly your own ship.
Yep.
I don't have any assets to help you fly, so good luck.
What's that?
I forget the
you-
name of this advancement. Just put additional skill for now, and I'll look it up in a second.
Hey, what does this lever do? Ziegler says as he pushes the lever down.
Stop pressing random buttons on my ship. What stat is it?
Piloting is speed.
Okay.
Showing him like wedding ideas.
It's just called skills, is the name of the advancement. Become trained in one skill of your choice other than attacks or defense.
So sorry, I was just.
I think Murr is going to try and distract Ziegler by like messing with the van a little bit more. Or like just maybe asking about like what he did and trying to draw him away from like ship controls.
As soon as you go anywhere near the van, Ziegler's sprinting at full pace over. What are you doing?
I just wanted to see what upgrades you made. You want to talk to me about them?
Oh, you know, the usual.
Yeah, I'd love to get some more detail. And she's gonna like crawl under the van.
Ziegler punches aside. Oh, you know, the classic upgrades of armor, bigger gun, much faster, more reliable. You know,
Only some of those things are true.
I don't think any of those are true.
I think bigger gun is the only accurate one.
Yeah. He's gone from having no gun to a bigger gun.
Yeah, no, Murr is just trying to like keep his attention, be like, oh, you know, I think this tube might actually go under here or over here.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
That's fine. Like they can have car arguments. Murr doesn't really know what she's doing, but she is just trying to keep your focus.
Yeah.
Ziegler definitely doesn't know what he's doing, and yes, I imagine he'll be consumed by this. So.
Yeah. So, Whittle, you are trying to. Well, if you're following Biscuity's direction, you're trying to get from 0909 to 1008, which is Grograpatic, which is the where Icaros and Moss are, home of the Larkspur Syndicate and Ascent. And it is 2 hexes away from the center system.
Indeed, that's where we're trying to go.
Okay, cool. The 3 ships that are outside the station are looking for you. Are you going to try and avoid them as you go?
Definitely.
Okay, cool. Thanks to your false trail, this is significantly easier. So this is going to be a difficulty 3 piloting check to pass suspicion of the ships that are waiting for you.
Okay. And
No, Ziegler.
bit of effort. Ooh,
In the void of
19.
space. Yeah.
Very nice.
You have any idea of what kind of minor effect you'd like to have?
Hindering the pursuit.
Yeah, that's probably just it. They're taking even a little bit longer to look at where they're already searching.
Yeah, cool. I think as you detach from the station and fly out, let me swap the scene. I think you see. Let me just adjust this. Going in completely the wrong direction as you leave the station. You see the 3 ships emblazoned with red and gold livery going in entirely the wrong direction as they follow the trail of Biscuity Crumbles' ship eventually as you set off for the FTL gate. So you have some time. FTL transit through the gates is unfortunately busy, crowded, and takes a long time, even though it is mostly free or very cheap. So you have you have several hours before you make it to the first FTL jump. Mostly stuck in queues with, you see in the distance, the big metal ring, ancient and huge, filled with a glowing blue-purple, kind of almost liquid-looking energy. You're stuck in the back of a big queue of everyone going for FTL transit. Up and down the lanes of spaceships are law enforcement, brightly colored market ships colored in holographic advertisements, bright flashing lights, playing, blasting horns that nobody can hear into the vacuum of space. Yeah, they're all selling the latest in phone chargers and etc.
I am going to take the hour recovery.
Absolutely.
Sorry, this is probably not. How big is Whittle's ship? Is it quite a small ship, or is it?
It's fairly small. It fits like 8 people. So with the van in, we're like, it does have room for cargo as well though. But yeah, we're essentially at like pretty full.
Okay.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable to navigate between the rooms with the van in the way, but it's livable for the moment.
No, I was just wondering if arm wrestling would be obvious or not.
Yes.
Right.
There is no privacy on board Whittle's ship currently.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there's the back of the van.
Yeah, but I think everybody would hear what's going on. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, Biscuity is sat up front next to Whittle.
They're helping navigate, is he?
Yeah.
Okay. I think, yeah, Ziegler's probably just sat in the back, admiring his handiwork on the van. I mean,
yeah. If there's any kind of like information gathering, preparation, questioning Biscuity that anyone wants to do, then now's a chance.
Whittle is definitely gonna ask some questions about the Golden Stags.
Sure. Yeah.
So this group that's chasing you, what kind of information do you have on them?
Yeah, on this token is not wearing anything, but from inside his spacesuit, his spaceflight jacket, he pulls out a physical package. Inside it's not paper, it's like some kind of polyfluoride sheet. It's kind of semi-transparent, paper-ish with digital writing inscribed upon it. You know, it's well, I'm the ex-dockmaster on the Red Morning Rise, giant cargo ship. Lots of documents go across my station every day. This one wasn't supposed to, and shows you part of it. And it's a list of names and payments and dates. He goes, the Golden Stag Revolutionary Front decided against the loud approach. They've been infiltrating my organization. This is a list of everyone on their payroll.
Well, that is...
This is the cargo that they've got a bounty for, I'm sure.
Very disconcerting indeed. I don't know much about these Golden Stags, but I do know that they don't take too kindly to my people.
Aye, they don't take kindly to anyone who doesn't hate everyone else.
About how long do you think they've been infiltrating?
Oh, ever since I met Ziegler, probably 8 months or so. Better part of a year at least. I know your type are timorous wee beasties, but I don't have an issue with you.
Yes, it's a mighty shame when people decide they want to be like that. It's only been recently that we've even properly gone out into the wider world in greater numbers, and it's a bit unfortunate to run into people like this.
Aye, well, I was able to work out they're not even sanctioned by their own people. They're extremists from the Hind Lodge. It's, the Aguamalan. It's one of their people. It's a sub-cult, you might say. Political extremists.
And just kind of sidles over. So what are they going to do with the information? Is it going to be useful afterwards, or are they just going to, go in and arrest everybody on this list?
Well, I'm not sure that the Hound Lodge even knows they've got a problem, so I'm just going to let them know and know exactly who to go after.
And she's gonna sit and just pulling out her computers, for your own safety. It really would be handy to keep a copy of that because you don't know who's going to come after you or Ziegler.
If this gets into the wrong hands, it's not going to be useful to anybody.
Well, we're going to get it into the right hands. We're just talking insurance purposes.
What if you take this from me, adjust all the names, times, dates, and money, and make it look like there's a billion copies of this out there? No one will know which one is true.
Well, I
Yes,
could do,
but
I
if
could do
there's-
that without your list. I could do that without your list, Biscuity.
That is a fair point. Maybe I haven't thought this through entirely.
and you want another copy so that if they kill you to keep it quiet, you have
It'll
some
exist.
leverage. Yeah.
I do it all the time. I make sure that people know if I disappear, a whole bunch of information about them goes out publicly. So let me help you with this, Biscuity.
Well,
For the first time, Cinch is actually being a little bit sincere, not just looking out for herself. Mostly because if something happened to Biscuity, Ziegler would probably be a little bit upset and harder to manage.
the plan that I had went off pretty well. I have an assistant called Hubert. He's very proud of his 3 forklift driving licenses, but I blew up one of his forklifts. It was a great cover to get away, and then, yeah, to be honest, I didn't think much further than that.
Well, that's because you're a good man. We're not good people. We think about this kind of stuff afterwards.
Right, I'm not wanting to die. If it happens, it happens, but I'm not seeking it out.
Kind of are doing this. The Golden Stag has killed people.
I don't know. Ziegler, what do you think?
No, I think Ziegler's in this van at this point, in the driver's seat, just revving the engine.
Big lad,
What?
do you think I should make a copy?
I don't know. You're the brains of the operation.
Aye, well, that's worrying.
Reamer also, if he hears that from if he's somewhere else, hears that of it, he also internally worries.
Make a persuasion check, difficulty 5, Cinch.
Ooh.
Or Whittle. Whittle or Cinch can take the lead. You both.
I
What's
can
it kind of
do some persuading.
I can probably assist. Do you want to do the rolls, or do you want me to do the roll and you can assist?
I'll do the roll.
Okay.
So with your assist, that makes it difficulty 4.
Fine, I guess. He pulls out the list of information on the floppy transparent plastic sheet and shows it to Whittle.
Whittle will definitely make sure to take note of that.
Yeah, as you grab it, the foot space in front of you opens up. In the queue for the FTL gate. And shunt the ship forward a little bit as you wait.
All right. Digital. Essential. Just hold up her computer and be like, "Digital copy, anyone?"
Yes, please.
Reamer's like, yes.
And
Now hang
Yeah.
on, I said a copy, but it's too late.
just trust me, and she really does what she says she's gonna say. She sets it up that if anything happens, she just tinkers on her computer to set it up. If anything happens to him, that it will go out regardless. Like, this will get emailed, so, you have some insurance.
Should we incentivize who to send this information to? Does someone you could
Well,
trust to bring the information to light?
I mean, you could always send it to the news.
BBTV usually is not very picky.
I feel like, couldn't we just set it up to send directly to the guy we're delivering it to? Anyways, like, is that a possibility?
Well, okay, so I want to verify. It sounds like we're going to talk to the Algamala Syndicate hunt that these people are the extremists of.
It's the Serenian Hind Lodge, the
That's a lot. Okay.
the people Biscuity has been saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, but we're going to the Ascent homeworld. So those are different.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The Serenian Hind Lodge, according to Biscuity, is currently on Icaros.
So we're going to go talk to the Algamala Syndicate about their extremists. So I don't think sending it to the Algamala Syndicate, like as an insurance policy works. I think like going public with it or like doing something to screw with them if they kill us.
Yeah, Reamer's like, we weren't trying. Who knows if you send it directly to them? Who knows if any internal buffers
We'll
that
stop
might
it.
be.
Now, hang on. If we go public with this, how is it valuable?
We're not doing it now.
Everyone has it. If we give it to the lodge, they'll be like, "Thanks very much, but we already knew. How am I going to get money out of this?"
We're only going to do it if you die.
He looks around like, "When are you going to kill me? What?"
Reamer's like, I would like
No,
killing you.
no,
is
no,
not,
no.
Killing you is not productive to the mission.
No. If we die because of people looking for us, this is going to go to the people they don't want to see it anyways. So, done. That's what the plan is.
Yes,
Right now.
they already paid money to kill you. They put out like 5,000 howl for you
15.
to die. Oh, well, 15 for him to be alive, 5,000 for him to be dead.
I was
Well, that's
assuming that
true.
15. Assuming that 15 is for torture.
I don't think too hard about the higher reward, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
Reamer's like, I would. Well, he's thinking about it because he's losing it, but it's fine. He likes completing the more difficult objective.
It's just like the money. It's just like the money.
So, Reamer's like, how close we are to the planet?
You're currently in the queue for the FTL game.
Yeah. So he's looking at the queue. Where we are in the.
Yeah, you will advance through the FTL gate at a story appropriate time whenever you're done with.
So Reamer looks at it. It's like, taking longer than I thought. You think with the new, the enhanced gates on Talos that this will be faster? Yeah. Side comment.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, Reamer like, you might also keep an eye out. And I don't know. The ship has sensors, right?
Yep.
He'll go to the sensors to make sure things stay normal.
Sure. What are you trying to scan?
Scan for anyone, because he knows the ships we're going after and whatnot. He's trying to scan for, because in the queue it's like a standard static motion going closer and closer to wherever they're going. Anyone who's deviating from that pattern, I think that is a standard. Does this look strange? Roll.
Sure. Give me just a flat perception test.
Okay. I have binoculars, so that helps.
Ironically, yes, it does.
Perfect. What's the difficulty? No, it's flat, right?
No difficulty, just flat. Yeah.
Okay. 10.
Yeah. The queue looks pretty normal. You're able to notice that the spaceship directly behind you is likely carrying some kind of narcotics because they keep shying away from sensor scans from the cargo people, probably carrying narcotics, firearms, some other kind of illegal substance directly behind you. But this is a ship that followed you out from TTGI station, so that's not exactly a surprise. The three ships that were looking for you before, if you're scanning around, appear to still be orbiting the station around the industrial zone, trying to get a fix on the eventually.
Reamer would mention the location of ships, and that if need be for a distraction, we could always offer up those behind us as a form of distraction for the authorities.
What a narc.
But
Yeah. Is
Reamer's
there
keeping
any
an eye-
other information gathering anyone would like to do?
I think I'm good, but can I do a 10-minute recovery roll?
Yes, absolutely.
Yay! Thank you.
I've got a pretty pointless question, if that's all right.
Sure.
So, is this fan producing fumes when it's operating?
Oh no.
I believe that your model of van uses a hydrogen fuel cell, so its fumes are water.
Oh, okay. Because I've been sat in it revving it this entire time.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, the internal of the spaceship looks like a disco rave from the RGB hover lighting.
And there's condensation on all the walls, I imagine, because of how much because it's emitting a load of hydrogen. So it's a really humid room that the van's in.
Yeah. It's already particularly wet in here, thanks to
You're on a Quiltle ship.
yeah. It's made for it's the environment controls are set for amphibians, so it's just making it even more uncomfortably humid.
I think the only other thing Cinch would be doing would be like using Space Google to try and show Ziegler how he needs to fix his car. Like, see, like this tube actually needs to go here, and you have it going here.
Nah. Revs the engine some more.
Cool. Yeah, so eventually you make your way through the FTL gate. You get the distinct smell of tuna as you enter into the FTL tunnel, as is typical, kind of a fishy, savory kind of smell as the energy crackles around and you enter into the FTL tunnel attached to a ferry ship. And you're in transit for another few hours. This one is particularly fast. It only takes 3 hours to get through to Grogropatic, which is pretty fast for a 2-hex transit. And you pop out in 10:08. You get advertisements for Larkspur Combine. You get a bunch of advertisements from them. Ascent. You get messages that are like, need your cargo transported fastest in beacon space? Call Ascent and visit Ascent University. And Larkspur's adverts like, be one of the family. Yeah, you pop out on the other side.
Just kind of like trying to look at a window if there's any. They're like, so this is where Fidey's from, huh?
Yeah, Icaros is Friday's homeworld.
Are we heading straight to the planet? Like, do we need to be worried about landing in their backyard?
In terms of
in
terms of what everyone would know about Icaros,
Mm-hmm.
It has a lot of things in orbit. It has a few space stations, has a moon, has a gas giant in sector near Icaros. It is TL4, has tens of millions of inhabitants, largely Icarosians and humans, Icarosian being the Gazelle people. It has a thick atmosphere, which means you need a breather if you're on the surface. But most people exist in the middle or upper atmosphere. It's very warm. A lot of the surface of the planet is deserts, and there's no native biosphere. Everything has been imported.
Mm-hmm. As they go by the area, I think Reamer will stare further past the planet, closer to the habitable ring. That's a little further away. To where Moss would be at this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe Boss is no, it's colder. Yeah, so it's further away.
Yeah,
So you
Moss
just
is in the
look-
same sector.
Yeah. So he looks at that. He's like,
Yeah, there's a lot of vein presence on Moss. Yeah, for sure.
Yes. What is the best method of approaching the Syndicate? How would we even find them?
Do they have a main office? And
Yes, asking Biscuity.
Yeah.
I know where the Hind Lodge are. They're hunting a specific type of creature that lives in the sands of Icaros.
Oh. So okay. So
Normally
I
it lives out in the void of space, but when they're birthing, they live under the sands.
Sounds really interesting.
They're hunting a worm while birthing. Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Reamer's unfazed with his information.
Okay, so I guess we have to find a place to touch down, and you can take us to the worm nursery, the wormery.
Aye, well, we can't really
Yeah,
fly
yeah.
this ship in atmosphere, but he looks back. We could drop the van.
Also, Reamer corrects it. It'll be a hatchery.
Oh,
As you say, as Biscuit says, drop the van, Ziegler undoes the handbrake.
Yeah, you
There are no
roll.
seatbelts.
I call shotgun.
Yeah, the hover van slides backwards until it clatters against the back door of the spacecraft, and then shifts forward until the nose clatters against.
There's a foot brake, I imagine. I
Are you
just
putting
undo
your
the
foot on the
hand-
foot brake?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Don't make me do
Well-
an intellect roll for that.
Well, no, I'm not gonna. Just you never said your foot was on the brake. I assumed it
No,
was
no, I was-
handbrake
I was
off, and you're
supposed to
gonna
be like-
slide about inside.
In my head, it was like he's crowded around the foot, and he just actively as can just undoes the handbrake as if ready to set off.
Gotcha. A bit of that cut out for me, but I think I got the main gist of it.
Is
Yeah.
Everybody stares over. Ziegler makes an action as if he wants to just drop out the back of the ship immediately.
Yeah. Remo, you definitely noticed from your success earlier that coming through on the next ferry ship is the 3 ships that were hunting before.
Reamer will mention that, and he's like, he seems to still have our trail.
Yeah.
So do we need to
Ziegler, your
drop?
selfie on Space Twitter has a like. Sorry, man.
There's more selfies, I imagine. That's how they managed to get here. There's been a chain of selfies.
the head
Vice.
gets into the side of the or the shotgun seat.
Reamer's like, can we also remove his phone access?
I tried.
I mean, the phone's on the side. You could try and swipe it.
Reamer will try to swipe it.
Whittler's gonna put on the helmet that hides her gills.
I'm just
So
gonna
that's a roll for swiping the phone.
Yeah, I need to see if I can. I imagine. Do I need to just roll to see if I see him do it, Mr. GM, or
See if you do what? Sorry, I'm cutting out, I think.
Well,
Rimmer
I've,
wants to try and steal Ziegler's phone so he can
And
stop
I've-
posting selfies.
Ziegler's left it next to the dash on the front, so it can be swiped. But I imagine so it'd just be whether or not I can tell that that's happened. Would
Yeah, that'll be an opposed check, I think.
it?
Let's have
Speed?
a look. Let me just check the rules for that. Yeah, so it's going to be speed versus speed. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You should totally replace it with a fake phone.
Oh god. Oh, I think. Oh, I don't know what.
Yeah, so
I mean,
Ziegler, you definitely still have your phone.
Mm-hmm. And I will be taking his phone and added a note, a recent post, like photos from my vacation on Moss. There, Reamer then takes the phone, puts it in his pocket, and that's it.
Airplane mode.
Oh, he would. He turns off the functionality. He doesn't want it auto broadcasting. Who knows what else he's doing? So he turns it off. He contemplating feeding the phone to the eels, but he doesn't.
Mm-hmm. I think we cut into a bit of conversation. Do you think a summer or a winter wedding?
Which planet?
Good point. Does it matter? Where are you from?
Oh, I don't know, really. It's some barren wasteland near sea.
Does he even have summer and winter?
I don't remember. I got kicked off it after starting a fight.
Are any of you a priest? We could do it right now.
And can the internet?
Whittle is a captain. Can a captain marry people?
Biscuity shrugs. Doesn't know.
I mean, can we still get internet ordained? Is that still a thing?
I mean, you are in the homeworld of the Larkspur Combine. They've probably got an online. You just got to agree to follow the religion of the Larkspur Combine, and you can.
Just I don't know much about this one. Do I have to sacrifice a goat or anything if I agree to follow their religion?
I don't know how much about their religion either.
Maybe Central just like go on the internet, fiddle around, see if she can find the onlineordained.org.
Oh
yeah, you can find a totally legit website. Yeah, absolutely.
I think Ziegler's just not screaming, but quicker. That's Cinch. Quicker.
Like I am choosing a religion to be leader of here. Give me a second.
Quicker.
Look, do you want this wedding or not?
Yeah.
Clicks a few buttons and finds like the least offensive, easiest to understand one to be ordained in.
Yeah, you find one, and the only question is do you agree to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And it's very confused as a website, but
son of a bitch. To tell the truth. Should
Those things
close.
even binding? It's the internet.
Just she closes her eyes and clicks yes, agreeing to tell the truth. There.
yeah, you are now an ordained minister of the Truthians.
Reamer, I have not even heard of that religion.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right.
Pretty much nobody has.
Perfect.
All right. So, do you take him to be your ordainedly wedded Cybertronic? Wait, do you both identify as guys?
Wait. You're just gonna drop us in that like that? No preparation?
Well, like, ask your husband to be here. He got me ordained.
Listen, I thought I was going to die, so I proposed.
So, do you not want to marry him?
No, I do want to marry him. I'm wearing a flight suit.
Okay, let me tell you, as someone who has had to deal with 16 weddings in the Balter Belt, the best thing about being married is not planning a wedding anymore.
You've been married 16 times.
No, I have had to be a flower associate or a veil carrier or a light bringer because my mom is popular.
Whittle will like raise her hand and be like, oh, I'll record it, and she'll take out her camera.
Is that camera streaming live? Put it on Twitter,
No.
yeah?
Not live.
Live stream the wedding while being hunted.
Oh my god.
It's just a recording camera, not a live camera.
I think Ziegler's taking. Have I been given a fake phone at this point or something?
Your phone's in
Is it like a block of soap?
I'm. I try and live stream this wedding ceremony.
Yeah. Remote roll 20, so he can tell you what your fake phone looks like.
I believe it's some sort of cardboard that he has. He found that he like shaped in phone shape.
Gotcha.
And just left it over there, and he put some weights in there, so it's about the similar weight, and just left it there.
To be fair, everything is so delicate to Ziegler, it could be made out of anything, and it'd still have to pick it up in between two fingers very gently.
So,
do you guys have vows that you're gonna say to each other? Like, have you prepared for this?
No. What? What are you on about?
Well, usually you say, I'd like what you promise to do as a husband/cyborg.
What? Do I need to promise anything?
I mean, like, in theory. You just have to tell the truth, according to my religion.
Oh, I'll happily arm wrestle you again.
That's so romantic.
I promise not to break your arm by purpose.
Me too.
Right.
All right. All right.
That's it.
You guys are married. So, like.
Wait. Am I Biscuity Ziegler or is he Frederick Crumbles?
That. You know what?
Frederick Crumbles. It sounds amazing.
That really does.
I'll take your name, Frederick. Sir Frederick Crumbles.
What if we both go double-barreled? Sir Biscuity Ziegler Crumbles.
But imagine the children. That's a really long name.
I like Frederick Crumbles.
Rumor thinks is the children adopted, or do you have a unique reproductive cycle?
What do you mean?
This van is our first child, to be honest.
What do you mean? You just get children from the usual place? The
stork that comes at night, you dumbass.
Yeah, no, it's not a stork. It's one of those big birds.
Yeah, a stork.
No, a stork is a part of a plant, isn't it?
A vulture.
Oh my god.
May you guys have many happy cycles.
We've been married 5 minutes and he's already letting himself go.
As long as you guys are not taking children off the street, I think we're okay.
Whittle's still filming this argument.
Look at you, you've lost muscle mass just in the time I've observed you.
Ziegler put.
Oh, it's cutting out again.
Yeah, say that again, please.
Ziegler just forces his head straight into Biscuity's forehead, and they're just pushing into it.
Yeah, I think we cut out on that romantic scene into our mid-session break.
BBTV anchor Xavier Storges here. Chaz, based on the most recent poll of BBTV's loyal viewers, you've won the award of the most popular reporter. Do you have anything you'd like to tell your loyal fans?
As a multiple award-winning journalist, it is always humbling to hear people enjoying my reports. So thank you to my millions of loyal fans. It takes a lot of hard work and integrity to make these reports at such a high standard, and I am so very lucky to have a team that exemplifies both of these traits. I want to thank my team directly, Khaled Fai, Trey Grin, Goo17, and my sources who will of course remain anonymous. I would not be here if it was not for my friend L. Calbrecht, who always believed in me and inspired me. And lastly, I want to thank our corporate sponsors at New Eden Make, whose funding has allowed us to take our broadcast to all new levels. Again, thank you all so much.
Tired of eating the same old food? Come to Kartakook and experience our delectable cuisine. Most of our amazing dishes don't handle interstellar transport and can only be enjoyed planet-side. Like our swirl boiled bread, a rich dense loaf made of coral and seaweed. Warmly toasted and paired with sea honey, it makes a delicious morning treat. While coated with coralillo, it serves as a tasty appetizer or delightful snack. Or try the Kartakook medley, a mouth-watering entree traditionally made with a variety of fresh seafood that's cooked under the starlight, glazed with sea honey, and served piping hot in a crab shell. Come for a visit. Your taste buds will thank you.
This week on Kangaroo Court, did slippery celebrity defendant BBTV anchor L. Calbert conspire to poison the prosecution? Watch now on Kangaroo Court, where good justice is never blind. Fair and balanced, only on BBTV 5. Brought to you by the New Eden Gene Bank. Be a better you.
Yep. Right.
Hey.
Yeah, I think we cut back in as the ship is above Icaros. You look down, you can see it's swirling yellow atmosphere. You see the outside of the planet is busy. There's ships going to and from. Within the atmosphere, you can see ships running about, and they're all going at much faster speeds than you'd see in other worlds. Ascent doesn't really believe in speed limits, so everyone is pushing it as far as their hardware will allow them. Now, that's what we see as we cut back to inside the ship with the freshly married Crumbles, Ziegler, and Biscuity.
Biscuity Crumbles, or is it Biscuity Ziegler?
Don't know at this point.
Wait.
Remember what it's referred to as, okay, newlyweds. Congratulations, but we have a mission to achieve.
All right then.
Can this ship withstand a fall from this altitude? I mean, can this vehicle withstand a fall from this altitude?
Of course it can.
The pressure on the surface is probably too high. It'd crush this thing like a tin can, but we can get to the middle atmosphere and then drop in the van.
Okay.
Finch totally just calls shotgun and straps herself into like.
There's no straps.
Yeah, no, she's just like tying herself in with whatever she's got.
Oh, okay.
She's got straps on her leather jacket, like she's got one of those get up that just like ties herself down.
He goes to who's driving, or Whittle, right?
Yes. But how do we...
There's no ship AI.
Oh, we'll worry about that later. Come on, get in.
Reamer's like,
touch and go. but
he's like takes his risk meter and looks. So search is basically just landing stations.
Yeah, so Biscuity have some coordinates, and if you look at the planet, around the equator is banded with a thick desert, and it has a location for the middle of the desert. And at the poles, the atmosphere is less oppressive, and there is landing zones there, including the largest university of Ascent, which is Icaros itself isn't particularly friendly when it comes to outsiders, but there are places that you could land a ship.
Yeah, Reamer like, all landing points are too far away. He looks at Whittle. Do you think you could land the ship on the desert near our point?
I can try my best.
Okay. Because Whittle's doing that, Reamer attempt to will be in the. I don't think he can directly help, though. But he's there in the front of in the deck of the ship, trying to, see the landing happen.
Sure. Someone, I don't know who's on the sensors right now, but make a difficulty 4 speed test for me, a perception.
Perception. Test?
Finding a safe place to set the ship down.
Okay. I have binoculars. Would that help?
If you're looking out the windows with them, sure, I guess.
Yeah. No,
it's a stretch, but I'll allow it.
I mean, I have them. I'm going to keep trying to use them.
Yeah.
With binoculars and his edge, it'd be difficult too.
Yeah. When we say binoculars, I'm imagining it to be like a digital device you're putting up to your eyes. It's not literally like glass optics.
Yeah, it's some type of scanning.
Yeah. Okay.
Scanning.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, my edge is difficulty 2, right?
Edge reduces the amount effort cost.
Yeah, sorry, effort cost. And I'll spend effort on 2 effort. So it'll be down to difficulty 2, right?
Yep.
Oh, nice. With some damage. If it.
Yeah, it's maybe 20 miles away from the coordinates that Biscuity has. Is what looks to be like a tabletop mountain within the desert that would be high enough off the ground that you wouldn't be crushed by the thick atmosphere within the ship, but not so far away that it would be days of travel in the van.
Reamer would point that out, and then mark that on the sensor and in onboard sensor. Navigate to where there.
Well, here goes nothing then. And Whittle will try and maneuver the ship to that location and take us down.
If this is going to be a roll for it, can I make it easier by dumping the van out before we land?
It wasn't going to be a roll, but if you want to do that.
Yeah, I launch as we're above the landing zone. I launch out. I don't know how high we are, but.
And so, as the ship is coming into land, you're going to drive out the back?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a speed roll, difficulty 5.
I'm very sad. I sat in the van with him.
Yeah, who's in the van with Ziegler for this?
Cinch has strapped herself in. Is Biscuity in with me, or is he directing?
I think Biscuity's up front. I think as he hears the thrum of the engine, he turns around like, "What?"
Just difficulty 5. There's no assist for this, is there?
I mean, do you have anything that would assist you?
Focus and concentration?
Let's focus, concentration. To be fair, you have been thinking about this for ever since you got the van. Really, you've been thinking about doing something like this.
Yep.
You have told me that several times, so I will help. That will give you 1 help.
The critical thinking part is me actually doing this, I think.
Right, yeah.
And it's going to help him by helping him find the way to not die. That is what
Tell
I'm
you
going
what,
to do.
Find the Way, finally, I think, is applicable. As it's choosing between paths to take, I think you can help, yeah.
So difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3.
I'm going to spend an effort.
Oh, yeah, down to
So
2.
Okay, let's go. Yeah!
Yeah, so... as Whittle brings the ship down on top of this tabletop mountain, you're able to, with the gravs screaming as your foot is to the floor, you're able to crash, and the van does like slam down against the ground. The bottom of it scrapes against the ground, then you regain hover as it wobbles back up, and you're able to do it with minimal damage. Maybe some paintwork on the underneath. You don't have to adjust the drive shaft here or there.
Let's turn to Cinch and go. See, wasn't so bad.
Put the seatbelts back in when we take this sucker out again.
Yeah. Everyone else on the ship, you're able to land on the tabletop
without any complications.
Yeah. It's a bit rocky, especially when Ziegler drives out the back of the ship, venting atmosphere before it automatically hisses closed. And Biscuity goes, Ziegler, what are you doing? And then it falls out the back of the ship. Goes, no! And it lands and goes, oh, phew, he's all right.
Did you know you were in love with him?
How did I know?
Yeah.
It was love at first sight. We met in a cargo bay. I told him to go away and he didn't.
Sounds like a wonderful story.
That was genuinely what happened in the session.
What can I say? His charm persuaded me. It took him a couple tries, but he won me around.
Sounds very sweet.
It was a might roll that I had to I spent XP to re-roll.
That's true. It's true.
Okay. Once we get settled, I think Mira will look at everyone, and with a heavy atmosphere, I think we're going to need atmosphere suits. Are you guys all ready to go?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wait,
Mira gets into his.
Sorry. Since have you got an atmospheric suit on at this point? Or you just...
I wasn't quite expecting it, but I definitely have my breather on anyway.
Yeah. It's a thick atmosphere, which you don't need a full environment suit for, but you do need a breather to be able to breathe.
Yeah.
So environment suit has a breather in it, so you can wear an environment suit, you can be using a breather. Otherwise, you will be taking might tests as to not choke on the soup of an atmosphere.
Yeah, no, Cinch popped a breather, and when she realized you were driving out.
Sounds good.
Yeah, everyone else emerging from the spacecraft.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically pops his helmet on, which is emblazoned fully in red, and it has the logo of the Red Morning Rise on the side of it still. There's a ripped patch on his flight suit where underneath, if you look closely enough, you can still see where it used to have Dockmaster written on it that is pulled off.
Has he got ripped shoulders, like a sailor who's been dishonorably discharged?
No, because then the environment suit would be useless, but it does have the patch ripped off.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have any epaulets or anything. No adornments. A bit of a sorry sight as he stumbles out of the spacecraft with everybody else. Yeah, the van is there humming on the sands. Yeah, the ground is soft under your feet. It gives away underneath to hard rock after a few inches, but it's soft particulate. Not exactly sure if it's traditional sand or made up of something else, but yeah, that's what you feel.
Is the hover van displacing sand?
Yes, yeah, there's whirling up dust clouds underneath it. Yeah.
Nice.
There's like no stealthy way of doing this. It's just get in the van and go.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who wants to have it, Biscuity's given you the navigational data for the GPS coordinates of where he believes the lodge camp to be.
I don't actually believe Ziegler would ever let anybody else drive his van.
That is true, and Ziegler has also not taken on board the information.
Does anyone have a planetary scanner?
Nope.
I think I was going to buy one, but I can't remember.
It's a specific item on the equipment list.
I remember talking to you about buying one, but I don't think I did. Oh, I've got a handheld scanner, but it's fake, apparently.
That's
What?
your phone.
Is it?
When he swiped it, I put brackets fake.
Oh, what? So I did have one.
Yes.
So does
Yeah,
that mean
currently Rimo has your scanner.
So Rimmer's got he's got a scanner then.
Is that a planetary scanner?
It's a handheld scanner, yeah. Sorry, I used the wrong word. It's a planetary communicator handheld scanner.
Yeah, he wouldn't know that.
Say again?
I don't think he would know that it's a scanner. Wouldn't
Gotcha.
suggest using
Okay.
it.
He just thinks it's a smartphone.
That's all he thinks it is. It was sending out tweets, so you know.
Hey Ziegler, why don't you go man your harpoon and then Biscuity can drive?
All right, yeah, you're gonna need me on the gun in order to kill these guys, aren't you?
Exactly. We need your expertise in.
The back door's kicked open.
Letting in Atmo. There you go. All right, Biscuity. Drive us to the worm nest.
Rimo, you get a pinging from whichever pocket you put Biscuity's phone in.
Oh, I turned it off.
Okay, then you don't.
Aw, I totally wanted to know. Like,
It's very honest. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna get eaten by a space worm.
Yeah, so Biscuit goes, alright, everybody strap in. I have a feeling that if my husband has suggested this, it's going to be a bumpy ride.
oh yeah, he did all the mechanical work himself.
What do you mean?
I mean, love, that you're strong, but you're thick as mince.
That's why you like me, isn't it?
And like 25% fat mince, not the good stuff.
Oi, we could have an arm wrestle after this, and I'll beat you.
Hey, look at you. You're already chubby.
Whittle will pull out her nylon rope and use that to attach herself to something.
Yeah, cinching Biscuity in the front seats. Ziegler stood maglocked to the surface of his van, holding the harpoon out the open back doors.
Can I attach my sniper module at the most convenient time-wise?
Sure, you. Yeah, I mean it's an action to apply.
Yeah, but I'm imagining that it's been attached, but I'll attach it when we get into combat, if that makes sense. Mechanically?
Sure. Yeah, so as you're humming along, yeah, you hear the whine in the distance. I think if anyone's trained in perception, they hear it first, but then eventually everyone can pick up on a whine.
Would you say that doing so would be detecting danger?
Definitely.
Whittle still doesn't hear it.
Right, you have an inability. That's right. Yeah. Anyone can make a well, Whittle, it would be difficulty 6 for you, but a difficulty 5 perception test. Success.
Which skill would that be in for perceptions? Intellect.
Oh yeah, Mer has listening. Yeah.
Oh, wait. What skill helped him?
Mer had listening.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm using it.
I'm
I have an
primed.
edge.
You are.
You've
You're
been
ready.
rolling well.
Oh,
It's just like oblivious again.
nope, failed.
Okay. Mer and Sir Crumbles, you hear the whine, and it prickles something in the back of your skull that it sounds very similar to the engine of the hover van that you're already in. It sounds like multiple overlapping whines.
Can I aim in the general, like pre-aim in the general direction of where this wine's coming from?
You definitely can. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm like getting my gun ready, and I'll attach
Yeah.
the sniper module at this point.
Sure.
So I'll use the sniper module. My harpoon's now long ranged.
Mhm.
What's it normally now?
It's normally long. I think it's very long now.
Yeah, very long ranged. So
Yeah.
I could shoot the moon.
I think that's more like extreme range, but yeah, you put the sniper module on.
Yep, and suddenly the length of rope increases.
Somehow the cable.
Magic.
Mer, do you tell anyone else?
Yeah, I say I think I hear something. It might be like more grab vehicles. I don't know, but there's something out there.
It vaguely reminds you of something you heard quite a long time ago now on the planet of, well, on the moon of Pulahan.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I've heard this before. Would this be like the grab bikes that the crows were riding?
I think that is an accurate deduction. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think she'd say there are quite a lot of grab vehicles out there. And does it sound like it's getting louder? So like they're approaching?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they're definitely approaching quite fast.
And Troy like looks out the window, see which direction they're coming from.
I think, Cinch, as you look out the window, we see a plume of dust as over a dune comes crashing a squad of bikes. They are bright gold. The riders on them are wearing flashy golden armor. The very front one has a red plume at the front of this flying V that you see behind the van chasing.
Well, shit. We got company.
And,
May
yeah,
I immediately shoot?
if you if you take a look in the handouts,
Yeah.
there is some handouts for extended vehicle combat rules.
Yeah.
And each of you can choose to be either doing science and engineering. One person can choose to be piloting, and one person can choose to be using the harpoon on the back of the vehicle. Or else you can be using your personal weapons or doing something else. Yeah, I'll give you a second to review these handouts.
There's only really one weapon on this van. Is
Yeah.
the only thing. Can people shoot their normal guns at this? These
Yes,
things?
I said that. Yeah.
Oh, right. Sorry.
And unless we need some, unless we need something else in science and engineering, I think plot is gone.
Yeah. Everyone, roll initiative for me.
Can I have? No, actually, no. Sorry, ignore me.
18, 13.
Oh, I didn't. My token.
Put mine down by 1. I did the wrong thing. I have an inability in it.
Okay. Oh, that's everybody. Right, okay. Yes, this is where Remo and Cinch can go before everyone else is going after.
Okay.
So I'm not entirely clear on what these handouts you gave us actually mean when applying them to.
Okay. So these represent like a station or a function in the vehicle that you are taking. So whoever is piloting can use the actions on the piloting sheet, or Ziegler, if he's using the harpoon, can use the shooting sheet, and
Okay.
anyone who's doing like scanning, hacking, that kind of thing, use the science and engineering sheet.
Okay.
These are like
Well-
special vehicle combat actions.
Okay.
Or you can do something entirely separate to these.
Can we describe do they seem to obviously have weapons on them?
Yes, yeah. They have. It looks to be like 2 frontal cannons on either side of like the bike. Like imagine the speeders from Star Wars Episode 6. The front of them have a cannon on either side. The front.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. What range are the grenades?
so
they-
they are thrown. So it's however far you can throw. Which, let me check. It's a special rule. It's typically short range for throwing.
Okay.
If you tried to throw it out to long, that would be hindered. You tried to throw out to very long, that would be hindered significantly.
Oh, I needed a roll for how long this sniper module lasts for. What was that?
Yeah, just
That's-
1d6. Yeah, I think it's in hours, right?
Yeah, so it's 4 hours.
Cool.
I
So
think that'll cover this combat, won't it?
Yes. Given a turn is 10 seconds, yes.
Well, depends how long this combat's going on for.
It's true.
Real life.
Carbine rifle is a medium weapon, so how far is that range?
The range is different from the size of the weapon.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
You said medium.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Like,
could be heavy with short range. Like my shotguns are heavy with a short distance range.
Yeah. Rifles are typically long range. If it's a
Okay.
medium rifle, it's typically long range.
okay. I want to steal Ziegler's idea. Can I use my glitter bombs in my rifle?
No, I don't think so.
Damn it. Fine.
Yeah, I think for Reamer's action, he's just going to fire his Stinger rifle.
Yeah, Cinch is gonna kind of hang out the window and shoot too with her carbine rifle.
Sure. Okay.
I think the first time I used the Stinger rifle is just click on the attack.
Go on,
Right.
Ma. Sorry, I thought.
I was gonna say, like, feel free to think outside the box, you guys. Like, we can drift the car so we blow a bunch of sand back at them. Different things to like change the terrain. You've got like some hacking stuff. Maybe you could hack their computers. Like, it doesn't have to just be like what's on your character sheet. Kind of the fun thing is with Cypher is like, oh well, maybe I can try this.
Try this. The funny thing is though, like, he gave us driving things, but it's Biscuity driving the van right now.
Well,
Like, are we supposed to change
So I think
Yes.
right now Reamer sees hostiles, and his first thing is to start firing to see how he will assess. He won't change his strategy, and he's gonna do something before changing his strategy. Which right now is they're hostile. Hostile be removed. See if firing response. Afterwards, he might try to disable their engines, or maybe even do I have anything ridiculous? I don't have a mind restricting wall, but I don't want to waste it yet.
Thanks, Lich.
Or what happened?
His ammo is far too specialized in beacon space to pull off the glitter bomb in rifle attack.
Oh, I see.
Could we get drawn arrows for which directions the cars are moving? Are we going towards them? Are they chasing us? What is the move?
Left to right. Yeah, so imagine that the ground underneath is whizzing by, and this is just representing how close they are in their pursuit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You
Also, I have a
will
Stinger
see the
rifle.
circles, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was saying, also have a Stinger rifle, so it'll paralyze someone or their systems. Maybe we'll figure out. So I'm just gonna fire the Stinger rifle at them.
A Stinger rifle that paralyzes?
It's a needler.
Ah, okay.
It probably won't. It's probably chemical, right? Light. Oh, it's a light weapon. Okay. 2 damage, long range.
Needler, where have you found that? Sorry.
It's
I know
in
it exists, but
stars are fire.
Stars are fire. Okay, let me have a look.
Yeah, it's a light weapon with 2 damage difficulty.
Okay. Cool,
yeah.
cool. Yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah, are you trying to aim specifically for a driver?
Yeah.
Okay.
What difficulty would that be?
You're in a van, you're moving very quickly using personal weapon. This could be a difficulty 6 speed roll.
Okay, that not.
But it is a light weapon, so that's difficulty 5.
That's all I have. I don't really have anything else. If that seems insurmountable, then no, then
15
aim
target
further.
number is definitely achievable.
Well, he said 6 difficulty before.
Yeah, it's eased by 1 because it's a light weapon.
Okay, I was like 18's. Yeah. Okay. I'll spend 2 edge then.
Cool.
So difficulty 5.
It's a 2 effort, which
2
is
effort. Sorry.
5 points reduced by your edge.
Effort to damage? None.
Yeah.
Success.
Cool. Yeah. Aiming specifically for a driver. Yeah, absolutely hit the aiming for the front one, I presume, because it's at long range.
Yeah.
Definitely managed to hit the driver. Can you make a might roll difficulty 5? Just no modifiers.
Might roll 5.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Someone else can go.
So if I'm just out the window, the passenger window with my rifle, aiming for the same guy.
The front one?
Can I use my opportunistic skill?
Yeah, it's already been shot at, so absolutely a prize. Yep.
Perfect. And does the fact that I did the super luxurious rest affect anything?
That affects might rolls, which you're not making currently.
Okay. So what am I making?
It's a speed roll. Are you aiming specifically for the driver?
Yeah.
Or just generically for the vehicle?
I'm going to aim for the driver because I think that works out better with the opportunistic.
Okay, difficulty 6.
Okay. And then
Used by 1 because of opportunistics, difficulty 5.
Okay. And I want to apply effort. So 7, 1, and Yay!
Success. Cool. That is, yeah, you hit the driver. Spray of blood. I think you hit him, hit them in the shoulder. Yeah, it sprays back. The bike is already wobbling around, and we move it into their turn. This bike seems to be having some issues. It's wobbling around, but the others all zoom past it, leaving it forward, leaving it behind them as the van continues to zoom towards the coordinates. Let's see. Do I have a good token for this? That, I guess, works. Yeah, little net. Yeah, the needler seems to have done its work. The pilot is wobbling on top of the bike. The other four zoom forward. And who is piloting? Just Biscuity?
Yep.
Yeah.
Believe so.
Yeah. Biscuity's piloting. Okay. Ziegler, would you like to roll for Biscuity?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, if they're shooting at the van, the back doors are open and I'm stood in them, so I think I'm the most likely to just get hit, aren't I?
Okay, yeah, sure. Make 4 speed defenses at difficulty 4.
I'm going to regret saying that I should take them. Difficulty 4.
Nice.
Oh!
Ooh. Ah.
Wow.
Damn intrusions.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
So, gain 2 XP.
Yep.
And you can give 1 XP to whoever you'd like twice.
I'll give one to... I'll give one to Cinch, and then I'll give one to Maya, I think. Oh no, I'll give one to Whittle. No. Scream.
No, it's fine. I think I'm going to be getting on my hoverboard and putting a reality spike into someone's engine. So we'll see how this goes.
Well,
How much damage am I taking?
Yeah, so you take 8 damage twice.
Minus my armor.
oh!
So 5 damage twice.
Yeah, because reduced by your armor, yeah.
Yeah, sure. There we go.
He does get a special minor effect.
Well,
Yeah,
Mr.
I think-
GM might...
No, I think the minor effect here is that you stay on your feet standing, as 2 of the bikes, it fires off wildly as they bounce over a minor dune, and 2 of them from their like vehicle mounted. They're like larger rifles. Almost this firing single shots. It's not like a machine gun. They're firing like single shots, and you get punched in the chest twice from the 2 lead bikes as you're stood there framed perfectly in the middle of the van. You just take 2 hits, blissfully avoiding your engagement ring. The front of your armor is punctured twice by large caliber shells.
Okay.
Yep. And the other 3 can go.
Okay. So I do want to see how this will work. So if I hop on my hoverboard and it goes a long range, can I basically count on the movement we're going to get us within range and then activate the reality spike on the same turn? Is that possible?
So if you just hop out, this entire scene is moving left to right at presumably a long range turn.
Okay.
I think if you when you activate your hoverboard, I think relative on this, you're going to be stood still. Like relative to the van, you're going to be going at the same speed. These bikes are a little bit faster than that, so they'll be able to get ahead of you. But if you hop out on your board, don't activate it, and then activate it as you come parallel with a bike. I That's quite a tricky thing to do, but I tell you what, I'll give you it like a fleet of foot roll, where if you succeed on like the dexterity check to not fall off the board, then you can make. But
I'm specialized in balancing.
yeah, being stable enough.
Yeah.
It's difficulty 3 speed, I think,
Okay.
to be able to pull off this feat of this feat of balance. And let me.
Oh.
Oh no.
Let's reroll.
Bye-bye.
There we go. Success.
Success. Yeah, cool.
Okay, so the goal is, because it is the lead bike, like if I can get the reality spike in its engine, and then the reality spike does not move, hopefully it crashes the bike behind it, maybe?
Gotcha. Sure. Let's say speed roll to plant the reality spike exactly in this. You can put yourself wherever you want to be within like the long range band.
Yeah, I think that's probably about where I want to be.
Yeah, like you just try to jab it into the body of the bike.
Or because like the things on the back look kind of like engines.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I like, kind of like sticking something through the spokes of a bike with bicycle. Yeah. I want to shove this in that.
All of these tokens are facing the wrong way. I really should have done the math the other way. They're all facing backwards. I do realize.
Yeah. I mean, and now I just imagine everyone on this planet drives backwards.
Yeah, everyone's moonwalking. No, absolutely. So this is going to be difficulty 4 speed to plant the spike accurately.
Something I'm going to spend effort on, and we'll see. Yes.
Success. Yeah.
Okay, I have to roll the Cypher level, which is, let's see, 1d6 plus 4.
Yeah. Let's see.
That was 6.
So take a might roll of. I'm not sure exactly how that works. My action will dislodge it, but then it is ruined. I'd have to look that up. But difficulty 8, or whatever it is. Yeah. So you plant it in the bike, absolutely, and you crash it into the engine. The driver kind of looks at you as you're whipping back. Like, this is all happening so fast. This happens in a few seconds. You jump out the back of the van. You're on your hoverboard. Jab this spike into the bike. And you can tell me what happens as this bike halts on an immovable object.
Well, I was hoping that it would keep trying to move forward, and like the rod would rip through the engine, and this thing would crash into the sand, and hopefully the other one like runs into it and just takes 2 of them out. Might be a little bit too overpowered, so it's up to you if the other guy dodges.
The bike behind it definitely manages to swerve, but as you say, as you stick this spike in, the rear of this hover bike is ripped open as it's left on the sands back here. With the driver tumbles out and is rolling around on the sand somewhere here, like Padme when she falls off the transport in Attack of the Clones 2. But yeah, now Mur is out of the hover van.
Attack of the Clones 2.
Episode 2. Shut up.
I think that's my turn, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Damn, that was badass.
Can I fire my opponent at this one?
Oh, did you give your XP out, by the way?
Yeah, I gave one to
gotcha.
one to Singe.
Gotcha. Yeah. Cool. Damn, 2 GM interventions.
Can I fire the harpoon at this one?
This back left?
Back one, yeah.
Sure. Difficulty 5.
Okay, I'm going to spend an effort.
He has a mounted weapon. It's still difficulty 5?
Yep.
Okay.
Screw you, GM. I'm going to spend an effort on it to hit.
Okey-doke.
It's that easy.
Yeah, you fire your harpoon. It should have been one easier because of the sniper module. So
Let's go +1 to that,
yeah, you can take back your points for effort if you'd like.
if you're sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you hit this, the harpoon pierces through it. Yeah.
And now I'm sort of attached to that bike.
Yeah, it's still
There's
driving along.
There's a tether between the van and the bike.
Yeah, the line goes slack because the bike is moving faster towards you than the bike is. It's not tight between, it's not dragging it along. But yeah, you fired a harpoon through the body of the bike.
Yeah.
Can you mark it so we know that one's harpooned?
Sure.
Thank you.
Do I have a harpoon symbol? That one will do. There you go.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Pierced by many pains. Yep. Sure, that works too.
I'm impressed with my artistic skill.
Who's next?
I think it's
only
Whittle.
Just Whittle
Whittle.
left. Yeah.
What does Whittle do?
Well, we are in the back of a moving vehicle, being chased by other moving vehicles in combat. We are very much outside of Whittle's depth. So she will do the one thing she knows how to do, and using the reference sheet, she will attempt to open communications.
Sure, absolutely. That is going to be difficulty 6.
Oh boy.
Actually, it's only difficulty 5 because of the level of the van.
So the van's
boy.
good.
Have anything to help you?
And what
Which one are you trying to open communications with?
the front one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. It's intellect, sorry.
Intellect, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think you tried to open communications and you get a hiss of static in return. Back to the top, it's Rumor and Cinch.
Hmm. We seemingly only have. Oh, we still only have 3 targets.
You have 4. One's harpooned.
Well,
Because we destroyed one, we stunned one, and the back driver's shot, but he's not dead. And the other 2 have no damage,
Mm-hmm.
if I understand.
I was looking for nothing else.
Yep, this
I
one
have-
was shot by the Needler, and the pilot looks a bit wobbly. This one's harpooned. These 2 are unscathed.
I mean, if I shoot the one that's wobbly, can you make him just fall over?
If you get another shot on the pilot with your Needler, he'll remain stunned by the soporific.
Hmm.
If you succeed on your might roll again.
I was trying to attack the vehicle only. Because
Say
he's
again?
wobbling, losing control. I could just try to make him completely lose.
So it's also possible the vehicles have armor. I have no idea if we're getting that complicated. But hitting squishy targets.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, Discord
right.
cut out. Sorry.
Yeah, completely. What were you
Okay.
saying?
Oh, I was saying sometimes vehicles have armor. So hitting the squishy pilots can be better. I don't know if we're getting that complicated. But it's something to consider that like sometimes armor reduces damage for them as well as for us.
Hmm.
Yeah, just for transparency, I do give enemies armor if it makes sense.
Yeah, I was trying to. More armor. My needler doesn't do a lot of damage. It's only 2 damage. 2 damage. So I'll probably just repeat. Attack this one closer to Mirror.
Okay, sure. Again, the pilot specifically.
I don't think I'm gonna do much to the ship itself.
Okay, and it's difficulty 6, eased by 1 because it's a light weapon. Difficulty 5.
I don't want to spend my effort. I'm getting low in effort. Okay, well, fail. Okay, at least it didn't cause a GM intervention.
Yeah, you take a shot, and I think, as you predicted, you're aiming for the driver, but it pings off the little windscreen in front of him and cracks the windscreen, but it's otherwise pretty ineffective against the vehicle. Cinch?
I want to do something as cool as Mirror, but I don't have anything, you know.
Anything seemingly malleable.
Like,
I mean, if I toss a medkit at them.
Like, I'm thinking, like, can I try hacking into one of their bikes to throw them, like, to crash them into another one? I mean, like, if we
the
can
radio
open,
on real loud and hinder them, or like, you know, kind of what can you do to make them do
like,
worse?
because I've got Cutter's Coffee, but I think that's short range. And
I think
it's
it's
like,
closer.
Once again, you haven't included the description, so I'm going to have to look it up. 1 second.
I like making your job easy.
Yeah, thank you. Cutter's Cacophony. This howling battle cry hinders all actions taken by hostile creatures within short range for a number of turns equal to this Cypher's level. I'm going to paste the description in so I don't have to do that ever again. There you go.
This is my way of making, like, this is getting away with being lazy. If I were to hack into their radio signals and use that, would that work? Because it's like it's on their bike.
You have an ability called Hack the Impossible.
Yes.
Yeah.
That, like, I'm asking, is that something I can do?
You could hack into the bike's comms. What I could suggest is you hack it into.
If you're talking, you just like completely discorded out.
Sure.
That is the verb. That is the verb for today.
My suggestion to you might be that you could use Hack the Impossible to access their comms, and then let Whittle have access to that.
Okay. All right, let's try that.
Yeah. So spend your 3 intellect points.
Done.
Cool. And then, you managed to get the frequencies using Hack the Impossible. Whittle. Yeah, it's Bike's turn. This one is going to accelerate up. This one is going to accelerate up. This bike is struggling, doesn't manage to get very far. The harpooned bike, it's kind of stuck where it is. Attached to Z, it's trying to shake off Ziegler's harpoon.
I'll tell you what
Yeah?
No, I was just saying, I'll tell you what you could do that might be funny, since if I were to take the slack in with the harpoon, you could tight rope. I can't speak.
Tightrope walk.
Yes, you could do that all the way over the bike.
Wait, is the harpoon is it a chain or a rope?
It's like a metal
'cause
rope.
The other thing, like, if you get that tight, can you like knock the bike? Like,
Well, I was going to ask the GM this in my next turn, but
yeah, it is. It's still their turn.
Currently the bike's turn. This bike is going to try and unlodge the harpoon. It's going to be He's going to try and pull it out, which I assume you're going to oppose, Ziegler.
Yes, I'm on the other end of the harpoon pulling
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah. So as if fishing a large catch, it's going to be a difficulty 5 might roll.
Okay. Inability and critical thinking.
Doesn't help you in this case.
I'll spend an effort on this.
You are very strong. That only costs you 1 point to do that.
Yes.
Yeah,
If I activated rage, it wouldn't have cost anything.
that's true.
Ooh.
Success. Yeah. So I think the rider. You see the rider on the harpoon jetpack. It's like hooked into the body above his front grav, and he's like reaching down to try and yank it out. And just as he reaches down to pull it out, you pull on the end, and it like wobbles, and he has to sit up to control the handles of the bike. He can't like. And I think the rider of this bike is going to pull out his pistol and try to shoot you.
Sounds good. I
Which
have my
is-
shield up. So
which
sorry,
is-
I
Yeah, remind me of what your shield does if being shot at.
so what difficulty? 4?
It's difficulty 6 is
6.
a light weapon.
Yep, light weapon. Point rate.
Sorry.
This is the pilot shooting at you.
Oh. He hits.
Hits, yeah, so it is it's 2 damage.
Okay.
And then I need you to look this up. Because it's from an old session. Hang on. Forgot to pull this up.
Give her trouble for not writing everything down now.
Yeah. It's a difficulty 4 might roll.
Difficulty 4 might roll. I have a hindrance on this because I've not been taking care of myself.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. This is Stag Revolutionary Front.
Yes. Oh no, I fail because that just met it. So, with my inability,
Oh, true. Yeah.
it's a failure.
Where you look down, you're hit by this weapon, and you see that rather than like a bullet or anything like that, you see a dart with brightly colored feathers, blue and pink and yellow, sticking out of like your upper forearm. You feel yourself get a little bit woozy.
This is gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's that one. Ziegler, make 2 difficulty 5 speed defense rolls for me, please. Sorry, difficulty 4. This is these 2 bikes shooting at you. Well, no ones this time.
No. How much damage is that?
Oh, you did both. You take 4 damage.
4. Oh, -3, so 1
Minus your armor, so 1 damage. Yeah. When you hit the 1, they were doing like +4 damage as if they'd rolled a 20.
Yeah, I assumed.
Yeah. That's the bike's turn. Everyone else can go. Well, Cinch and Remo.
I want to do something stupid, so I'll let people do normal stuff.
I was wondering
it's Mer, Ziegler, and Whittle. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
no.
Sorry. Mer, Ziegler, Whittle. Sorry. Got mixed up. My bad.
So, Cinch hacked into the communications, right?
Yes, yep, Cinch did.
Then, Whittle will go up to the front of the van and like press its like comms button to comms the first bike here.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops. I don't know. How come? Okay, I can ping when I don't want to. I can't ping when I do want to.
This
But
one?
sure, that one.
Okay.
And she will freely use enthrall, and
Yes.
she will start talking. Well, you see, the Strict of language is actually very complex when you get down to it. The whistles and clicks are all very, very strange to the It's so complex and beautiful, really. And she starts going on and on about the new language she learned.
Who are you? How did you get this frequency? But no, that's strangely compelling.
And yeah, that's her turn.
Yeah. Ziegler armor can go.
As I say, I want to do something stupid, so it might be worth.
Are you gonna Superman punch out of the van?
So, the harpoon in previous times I've used it's got like a button on it to reel in, right?
Yes, yeah. It's all you have to reload the harpoon between uses, but if you hit something, it's also winching them in. Yeah, that's right.
Can I press the button to winch them in and then get the shotgun ready?
You can't do both in the same turn. So using the shotgun would be an action. Hitting the reload button is an action. But in this case, given the harpoon is mounted to the van, you're heavier than your target, so it would reel it towards you.
Yeah, can I start reeling him in?
Sure. Make a difficulty 4 might roll.
I'm gonna spend effort again.
Success. Yeah. You. Let me get rid of this. Yeah, you pull the bike into short range, and you damage it while you're doing this, while you're reeling it in. Yeah.
Your turn.
Okay. So because we're in the same range band, is this point blank range? Like what?
Yeah, it's immediate for you. So
Immediate,
range
okay.
is relative. You're like
Right.
hovering next to each other practically.
So I think I'm going to shoot the pilot that's in front of me with
Sure.
my pistol. What's difficulty?
It's difficulty 5.
Difficulty 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a light weapon, so it's eased.
Correct. Yeah.
And then it's point blank. So is it actually difficulty 3?
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, as you're close enough, you can see that the rider is in full gold armor, and you can see as you're close enough, inscribed on his front is a golden picture of it's like an emboss of a tiger. You can see the subtle stripes now that you're close enough. The difference in golden hues. Wearing a golden like motorcycle helmet with a tinted visor. Yeah, the pistol I shot you with out in one hand.
Okay. So I put 2 effort into damage. So like I see this guy and this like racist asshole is against living with aliens and she's just mad. And so she like hits him for 9 damage.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think you hit him directly in like the faceplate of his helmet. It comes blasting off. Underneath, you see a grizzled older human, white hair. He's got blood streaming down one side of his face where you've hit him in the forehead, and he looks very, very worse for wear. Incredibly close to being out of this fight.
And I think that's my turn.
Still just holding on. The bike's wobbling around, has been hit by a soporific. He's not having a good time. And that was Whittle, Ziegler, and Mer. So Remo and Cinch, your turns.
I'm wondering. So the harpoon chain, is it a chain? Is it a rope? I just want to know if it's conductive or not.
I don't think so. It's mainly plastic. It
Okay.
has some metal, but it's mainly like poly materials.
Got it. I was wondering if I could just shock using my eel knuckles down the chain.
I think that would shock Ziegler equally if you did that.
It's fine. It's just going to be a stun. It's just a stun.
Yeah, I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying that.
They're now in short range. Okay. I'm trying to see anything clever to do at the moment. I don't have a lot on me. Yeah, it would be a little easier now that they're in closer range.
Yes, yep.
I want to hear Ziegler's dumb idea for cinch the tightrope. I was listening to that.
I am skilled in climbing, if that helps. In my mind.
He'd climb
But I
out
don't
onto
think-
the rope and electrocute the guy directly.
Yeah, but there's a level of getting out of the moving vehicle, and then if I fall...
Yeah, I don't even know what difficulty to make that off the top of my head. I'd have to look that up, I think.
It doesn't look like... It doesn't look like the best plan. To expose yourself completely. Reamer sees it straightforward. Maybe just trying to shoot the middle guy, who seems to be the only one not under distress.
Yeah, this has taken no damage, no negative effects has happened to that one yet.
Yeah, the other ones seem to have... One has a harpoon, and the other one seems to not having a good mental escape. So you attack the middle one and attempt to at least do enough damage that the group may or may not, leave.
Sure. Aiming for the driver.
Yeah, I have to with the singer.
Difficulty 5.
5.
Eased by 1 because it's a light weapons. Difficulty 4.
4. Do you want to push it? I'll use 1 effort.
Sure.
There.
Nice. And you got special damage.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Plus 2 damage. And can you make a might roll difficulty 5 for me, please? Awesome. Yeah, you hit this guy and immediately. You can tell from the way that he's now sluggishly operating the controls that once again your needler has done its work, and the pilot looks to be a bit wobbly. Yeah.
Okay. And now that they're in short range, can I use Cutter's Cacophony? And
You
stop them
definitely
from
can.
Okay. So does that work? I just say I'm using
You
this?
Say that you're using it, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and you can tell us what it looks like.
I gotta think about this. Okay, I don't think she's actually gonna scream, but I think what she's gonna do is like take out her digital tool, and she's already got like a comm system hack, so she's just gonna like turn up this like horrific screeching nails on the chalkboard sound and like send that through their comm systems and just blasting it as loud as she possibly can. Like eardrums splittingly loud.
Yeah, absolutely. You see the one who's enthralled already has his hands over his ears and like starts bashing his head against the front of his bike. This guy who is looking wobbly, his bike is veering dangerously from side to side. It looks like it's on the edge of falling over. And this one that was reaching down for the harpoon again, like hands go to his ears, and is not having a good time.
And that's
Bike's turn. This one does nothing. because Whittle is jabbering away.
A question is, does what Cinch did count as an attack? Because if it does, then it's broken.
Doesn't count as an attack. No, I don't
Okay.
think so. Yeah, so this guy is not doing anything but defend himself, which includes pushing his bike to travel faster, so he falls back. This guy is sleepy, he also falls back. Only the harpoon guy is still in short range. This one moves up, actually. This, I'll mark it somehow. I don't know. How can I mark this one? This is the guy that has the red plume. Yeah, there you go.
He's like the half-dead one, right?
Yeah, that one is very, very worse for wear. His helmet is off. His looks very, very, very hurt. If you were to put its health on a scale, you could put it at like a 1, maybe.
Interesting.
Yeah. Just like if I was to put an arbitrary number on how much health it had left.
Next shot, aim good, guys.
Four, because this guy's hindered by the shout. He reaches down to try and pull the harpoon out again.
Sorry, you cut out for that.
Sorry.
Might 4.
Might 4, yeah. Would be 5, but Cinch's loud blast is hindering everything he does. Success, yeah. So once again, an exact mirror of what just happened. He reaches down for the harpoon. This time at short range. He's close enough that he can look you in the eyes through his tint. Reaches down for the harpoon, and once again, you grab onto the thing, yank it, like you're reeling in a big fish. And his bike jumps, and he has to grab the controls again to hang on.
I really like the idea. This is what Ziegler's idea of fishing is.
Bike wrangling. Yeah, this one is doing nothing. This one is dazed. So this is the only one left. I think is speeding ahead of Mur, but looks back and fires at Mur again with the pistol. It's difficulty 6 speed defense.
Man.
Would be 5, but it's a light weapon, so it's easier for him.
Yes.
He was out of range of the.
We are not in the same range band. So yeah, he doesn't get the point blank, which is nice.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's difficulty E4.
Okay.
5, sorry.
Yeah.
5. Yeah.
I don't really have lots of effort yet left, so we'll just see. Oh, there we go.
Oh, nice.
Success. Yeah, you can tell me how you dodge this.
Yeah, I think this pings off the shield.
Cool, the wedge shield. Yeah.
Yep.
I think if you want to, you can recover the dart that's been shot at you as it pings against your shield.
What, so I can drive up and like stab it in his neck later?
Yeah, I mean, if you want.
That'd be cool.
You can put golden stag dart in your inventory if you want. I guess technically
Okay.
2 of them, just one of them doesn't have any poison in
Right.
it anymore.
Yeah, no, what does that do? Because I have not been taking minuses.
Oh, yeah, I haven't been doing that, have I? Oops. Oh well, my mistake. Yeah, you
Okay.
failed that. Yeah, you should have been hindered. Yeah.
Okay,
my
let
bad.
me mark on my sheet that I am. I'll just put impaired, and I think it will. No, impaired doesn't actually hinder you. You just don't take.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everything you do is just 1 difficult.
I'll take more.
Yeah, which,
Okay.
my bad. I should have remembered that. Is a lot of stuff going on right now.
Yes. Yes.
Mir, Ziegler, and Whittle, it's your turns.
How stupid would a boarding action be at this point?
Short range? I mean, you can move a short range, so you could attempt to jump on it, I guess.
If I fail this jump, what happens?
You will fall to the sand and rapidly be somewhere over here.
Right, what difficulty is this jump onto the bike of harpooned?
I mean, it is harpooned. Let me
You
check.
could just shotgun him.
What fun's that?
Let me check. I pulled up the difficulty chart.
Yeah, I'll do something less stupid. I'll just shoot. Actually, I've got a jetpack.
You do have a
You've got a
jetpack.
jetpack.
Do you have
Nice.
a jetpack?
So less difficult. Also, with anyone that are dazed, I would try to remind you, tell you, you could steal a bike.
Yeah, I think that's the next attempt.
You have two opportune targets.
Yeah.
How long are they dazed for? Because I don't know what level this Cypher is. But it's like they're hindered for.
My guy's dazed for a minute.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about for the Cutter's Cacophony.
Oh, okay.
Because it's for the number,
The number
of turns equal.
equal. Yeah. Roll that for me now. It's only been one turn, so roll 1d6.
No.
I think it's
How do I do it again?
slash roll.
Slash
You can-
roll?
/R space 1d6. Cool.
Turn.
So for 2 more turns, they're all hindered. Well, these 3 are at least.
Yeah, the
This
dead
one
guy's
is out
not
of range.
hindered. The dead guy's not hindered.
The dead bike walking.
Can I use my jetpack and perform a boarding action on this guy?
On that one, it does mean that no one's manning the harpoon anymore.
Yeah, but it's still attached and locked.
Still attached. It's just not going to be.
He's still got to take some time to get the harpoon off his bike.
That's true. That's true.
Cinch man the harpoon after, if he jumps out.
Yeah. Yeah. How far does your jetpack let you travel?
Long range.
Long range in a single round.
Okay, so relatively, when you turn it on, you'll be moving at the same speed, the same way that Mur is relatively the same speed as the van. So you can let yourself drop backwards, and whenever you turn it on, you'll be still on this map compared.
Okay, yeah. So I jump out with the jetpack and come alongside this bike.
Right, okay. You're going to try and melee attack it?
No, I'm going to shoot it and try and... Hang on, what would I have to do in order to like get on the bike instead of
moving is a turn, so doing this would be your action. Activating the jetpack would be your action.
Yes.
Would he land on the bike? Like, so he's not next to it. He's literally like on the front of the thing.
He can try and do that, yeah.
Yeah, I want to land on the bike.
Okay. Oh, this is definitely a speed roll.
Right.
Difficulty 5, I think. You're using a jetpack, which is pretty controllable.
Okay. I'm going to spend an effort on this.
Okay. Remember that it costs 2 more because you're wearing heavy armor, so it's going to cost you 5 points total for 1 level of effort.
That was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
-2 because you have edge, so it costs you 3 points.
You could re-roll if you want to. You have XP.
Yeah, let's re-roll that. So it costs an XP, does it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Oof.
At least it wasn't one.
I think you jump out and you overshoot, and you miss the bike, and you activate your jetpack somewhere back here after like your foot grazes the ground or whatever, and you're left reeling. Still within the same range band, just about. You manage to catch yourself just within range, but yeah, you find yourself tumbling the sand underneath you. Tell us what your jetpack looks like.
Well,
So operated with both hands.
Well, I imagine that the controls are kind of built into the power, the suit I've got, and it's just a big pack on my back, in effect.
Right.
Lots of thruster ports and so on.
Yeah.
So
it's like burning chemicals. It's not like grav based.
Oh yeah, it's dirty. There's fumes coming out. There's
Gotcha.
like, a huge amount of smoke coming out from it.
Yeah.
When I'm using it.
Hey, you Captain Ziegler! You yell as you jump out of the van.
Yep. So am I Am I currently flying at the same speed as the bike?
Yes, yeah, you're flying at max speed and relatively on our map. That means you're staying still. Because everything is moving a long range to the right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Now, Mer, on your awesome hoverboard going at the same speed. Yeah.
So what would I have to do to like try and like kick this guy off his bike and like take it?
It'd be like
The
a
might-
melee attack, yeah.
Okay.
Like a grapple, yeah.
Okay, what would the DC be?
It'd be 5.
DC 5. Okay, so is it DC 6 because I am hindered?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
it would be.
Oof.
And that person is currently enthralled, if that changes you.
Okay, so does that... Oh, that person's currently enthralled. Does that make it easier to do this?
No, the creature can still defend itself. It's the only actions it can take.
Okay.
The gaze guy can't defend himself. It's different.
Which guy? Sorry, can you ping?
The dazed guy.
You're both eased in a similar... You're both hindered in the same manner.
I forgot what dazed did.
Okay, so that one's enthralled. Ziegler missed this one. The other one's in the same ring match. Yeah, I'll go after the same guy.
This one?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
That one's
this
only
one.
difficulty 5 because you're both poisoned, so it's...
That's both perfect.
Yeah.
That definitely helps a little bit. We're gonna spend effort because why not? Oh no! Okay, we're gonna spend XP and we're just gonna re-roll.
Okay.
This is my last XP because why not? She's never gonna level up. We're just gonna burn through it. There we go.
Ooh,
Yes.
whoa!
Nice.
I can guess
Worth
what
it.
you'd like your minor effect to be, but
Yeah, I mean, I want him
You
not
can
to
steal
be
the bike
in it.
and you can steal the bike and his little hula girl on it.
Yeah, I would like to be the one driving this bike now.
yes, yeah, you definitely are. Yeah, you punch this armored individual, and they tumble off the back of their bike, and
So I would also like to still have my hoverboard and not have to hunt it down later.
yes, absolutely. You kind of done a really cool kickflip up into your hands as you jump onto this bike.
Can I just say that this round of combat's been horrific for that guy?
It has been. Yeah.
He got screamed at to the point where he couldn't drive his bike properly. Then some big guy kind of tried to jump on his bike and slipped off, and then he got kicked off his bike.
Yeah. So Ziegler, you see go tumbling past you on the sands. This hunter goes, as the scene moves on.
Can I have just shot him on the way past?
No, you've taken your action, but good hustle.
Okay, that's me.
Yeah, you are driving a Golden Stag hover bike. It is level 4, moves long range in a single round, or you can push it and move a very long range.
What do you got, Whittle?
Well, you see, that's the beauty of these languages, you must understand. And whilst humans don't have these languages, it's something that you can learn, of course. It's not. You need to understand that when it comes to these sorts of things, when you go out and experience what other cultures have, you really get a whole new perspective on things. And you never have heard such beautiful melodies, whether it was from Strigo language or even from Qualta language. It's quite unique too, you know. Here, listen to this. And she does like a couple of whistles and stuff. That is like mixing like Strigo and Queltal and human language.
Yeah, so enthrall notes that you gain its attention, not that it's particularly interested in what you're saying. So what this driver is doing back is yelling, "You're one of those Quetl, aren't you? Oh, you make me so infuriated. I'm gonna come and get you when I get my hands on you." And is
I'm gonna get you when I get your hands on you.
yeah.
And we can't expect these guys to be the brightest.
Yeah, he's fully been enthralled by Whittle's charms. Yeah, top of the order, Remar and Cinch.
So
We have one guy really down, and then the other person who's unmanned harpooned.
how do grenades work? Is it like ranged or like group damage? So if I were to like huck a thermite bomb out there, I
Did
know
you
they're
buy it? Did you
Yeah.
buy a thermite?
I bought 2 glitter bombs and 2 thermite ones.
Oh my! I didn't know you'd bought thermite.
Well, that's because you don't listen to me.
Yeah, you can throw them a short range, and it's a roll to hit as if you'd shot.
I'll let you
Okay.
toss the bomb first. Who are you shooting it at?
It would hit if you hit
yeah,
your
both.
roll. It would hit both.
Okay, I'm gonna throw one of those.
They do 5 damage. I'll make this suspenseful by saying if you hit this, both bikes are low enough that they would be destroyed by the 5 damage.
Okay.
No pressure on this one.
Thank you.
You've got
it's
XP. You've got
Thank
XP.
you, sweetie. Thank you, sweetheart. What do I do?
difficulty 5 speed roll.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
What do I have? Anything?
This one has 1 HP left. This one has been harpooned and damaged multiple times by Ziegler.
You know, if I want to see what you do, and then Reamer has an idea.
Okay. Do I get to use opportunistic to do anything because they've both been hit? Does that do anything right now?
Neither of them have been attacked this round, I don't think. Unless someone can remind me of something that happened.
Not
I
those
think
two.
so.
All of the attacks are on this one, I think.
Okay. I want to use an edge. So I've got
An effort.
I can do an effort. So I've got 2 effort. So that would bring my speed. If I use that, it would be 2, and that would be 2 for my speed. Right?
It would be the first level of effort you use costs 3 points, and then every level after that costs 2 points. So if you use 2 levels of effort, it'd be 5 points that you spend.
And I'm down to 2 in speed. I can't look. Yeah.
Oh no! You can reroll.
I'm re-rolling that one, but I can't. Okay. Yeah, I'm totally re-rolling that one.
It's like I can't look.
No, right? Gonna do
Oh
it?
no!
Oh no, but you didn't put your effort in, so you get the effort the same.
Oh, do I?
But I don't think that.
Still doesn't beat it.
No, that's a 4. Difficulty 4.
Yeah, I think you.
No, wait,
It's
to be difficulty-
not everybody
yeah.
else's thing.
Yeah. So what happens is, as you go to throw this, you drive over a bump, and Biscuity yells back, "Sorry!" But it's just as you've launched it into the air, and it explodes somewhere in the air above the two vehicles.
Oh.
It was a tactical Airbus distraction grenade.
Yeah, yeah. Unlucky. Remo.
I feel like I'm gonna have to man the harpoon but can I like retract the harpoon?
Yep, you can hit the button on the harpoon. Yeah.
I want to man the harpoon and start. They're dragging that vehicle close to us, so maybe we could just hijack it ourselves.
So there's a button on the harpoon which retracts the cable.
Mm-hmm. And he's gonna man it for if the guy wants to escape. Reamer's now fishing.
Sure. So you're hitting the retract button.
Yep.
Okay. It's difficulty 5 might roll.
I have an edge. None of this is no climbing, jumping, running, swimming. Nope, that doesn't help me pull this in, right?
Don't think so.
Okay. D5. I'm gonna have to spend pull out. Okay. I'll spend 2 effort then, which is 5 points. Half my might pool. So difficulty 5. I have a 2 effort. Hope. Yay!
Success. And the harpoon does enough damage that the harpoon fully retracts into the weapon, clunk, and you can see that is because behind it the bike that it was embedded within has been split in half by the harpoon, pulling out the front of the bike from underneath it as it's been lodged in.
Rima's like,
pulling
I
out.
want a bike. Rima's like, damn it, I want it. Rima's like, I wanted a bike.
Yeah, the
Well,
bike has been fully split in half.
Well, I have the harpoon for another harpooning later. Okay.
Onto the bike's turn. This one is doing nothing but defend himself, which includes driving his bike particularly quickly. He's dropped all the way back to here. This one looks around, sees Mer on the bike behind him, sees the van, sees all his compatriots, and turns and will attempt to flee. So he's going to go to here.
Okay.
And it's Mer, Ziegler, and Whittle.
I want to obliterate this bike.
The bike? Like, we can sell the bike, but can you obliterate the dude?
I would like. I mean, we could probably just take the bike. It's good vehicle
I want
level.
to obliterate the dude.
You have a jetpack still.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, he's
moving
using the
is-
jetpack. Yeah, it's the only way that he's able to stay in the picture. Yeah, you swing sideways towards the bike. Yeah, you can make a shotgun shot should you so desire.
Yep. What difficulty?
Difficulty immediate range, difficulty 4.
Okay. I'm spending an effort to hit, not to damage. And I'm hitting the guy.
Yeah, this is the guy that has 1 HP.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm not spending to damage.
Yeah,
I do enough
Yeah.
damage as is.
yeah, you definitely do.
Oh.
Oh no!
You want to spend some experience on that?
I don't know. Maybe?
Okay.
Yeah, why not? Let's just
For
throw the
the
experience
story
into him.
moment.
Yeah, I just want to.
All right.
To be honest, I think Cal has successfly done what he wanted to do: drain that experience.
No!
Oh. Tell you what, I will offer you a GM intervention,
No, yeah.
which is if you
Does he
accept
have
the GM
XP to
intervention,
refuse? Does he have the XP to refuse?
he does have the XP to refuse.
Okay, I was wondering. Gotcha.
Yeah. And what I'm going to offer you is your shot here, and combined with your jetpack, kicks up dust that this guy successfully gets away.
So I have to spend an XP for that not to happen.
You
Yes.
do, or if you don't spend that XP, you will gain an XP and be able to give one to someone else.
I'm going to spend an XP.
Okay.
This guy
Cool.
needs to die.
It's Mer and Whittle.
I think Mur is going to shoot at the, guy with 1 health with her pistol.
Difficulty 4. You're not hindered anymore.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So is that with short range and light
That's-
weapon?
It's not with light weapon. It's difficulty 3.
Okay. 3. I don't have. No.
Oh no!
All our rolls just terrible now. That's
To be fair, my combat rolls are always awful. Like,
Whittle, your turn.
No, you don't understand. You're not listening properly. See, it's not like that at all. And see,
shut up! I can't hear myself think!
No, you need to understand it from my perspective. And really, when you expand your horizons, it's a much different. And she knows she's not going for
But-
it, but
by
she's
the way, do you- By the way, do you want to try do you want to try a free trial of Black Raiders Legends? Advertising break mid conversation.
Yeah, keep him enthralled.
Yeah.
And, top of the order, Remar and Cinch.
Okay. We have one person trying to escape. For the story, I'm going to try to harpoon him.
You guys try harpoon this guy. Well, it does have the sniper module attached. Difficulty 5. Speed.
It's a medium, very long range, damage 5. Just a...
Damage 4.
Oh, damage
it's
4.
damage
I thought...
5 because of your
Yeah,
ability. Yeah.
Damage 4, sorry. Yeah.
So I'm probably going to spend anything, and my might pool is very, very small right now. I only have
Speed.
5 points. Oh, it's speed.
It's speed, yeah, because you're shooting.
Oh, yeah, yes, right. This might I'll probably spend some at least one effort for this then. Difficulty what? 4?
5, sorry. 5.
5. I have nothing to help with this. I'm gonna spend 1 effort, so that's 3 points, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well,
You have an edge of 1, so it's only 2.
nice.
Success.
Finally
Yeah,
killed the guy with 1 health.
yeah. So we see the bike continue on for a short while, but the guy on top of it fall to the sand, being dragged along quite horrifically,
Trying to do that.
With a harpoon in his chest.
attached to a harpoon. Yeah.
That is gruesome, but
Yes.
Reamer would like, we should recover the bike. It might be useful. And he puts a button to retract the harpoon.
Yeah. I mean, with this guy, unless anyone wants to do anything, this guy is going to fall away into the sands.
Can Ziegler have followed the bike on its trajectory?
Sure. If you want to keep combat going.
No. This bike that's had the guy yanked off.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So
Now
you
we
have all right. So out of combat, this bike falls away, still blathering to Whittle on the communicator.
No, it's not like that at all. You need to. Oh, goodness gracious, sir! You really don't listen, do you? No, listen to what I'm saying to you when I'm talking to you. Okay.
Yeah, Remo, you retract a dead body into the back of the van.
Part of him is like, let's see. He's gonna do the one thing and search the body to see if anything of useful.
Yeah, you can find a. The van basically slows down to let Mur and Ziegler catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you find on the body. You find a. Let me find what it's called. You find a golden stag blow dart, blow pipe, golden stag blow pipe, which is a light weapon.
Okay.
It only has 5 ammo with it, which is golden stag blow darts.
Light range and blow dart.
Yep,
Golden-
light weapon. Yep.
Five. Got it.
Yep. The body itself is covered in gold and silver armor. It's a very thin layer of gold on top of some kind of titanium ceramic body armor.
What
This
type
one,
of armor? That's the curiosity. Medium armor.
medium
light?
armor.
Medium armor. I mean, he'll
Yeah.
take it. He's not going to use it.
Stripping a dead body.
Oh, of course. You scavenger.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. It is covered in. It is covered
Okay.
in motifs of a ferret. Ferret motifs.
Okay. I'll add stag armor. I might sell it later.
Golden stag armor, brackets, ferret. Yeah. Mur and Ziegler are both in possession of hover bikes.
Yeah.
I mean, the van's stopped at this point. I immediately get off the bike, kick it over, and get back in
The
the
van's
van.
not stopped.
Oh.
It's not stopped. It's slowed down so that you can catch up, but it's still going.
I'm forced to stay on this bike for now.
You have your jetpack as well, but if you want to keep the bike, then yeah, you're riding it.
Yeah, I mean, I was just trying to
Yeah.
keep the bike for somebody else, to be honest. So.
So after that, finding out what's on the thing, he unhooks he pulls the body off the harpoon, retracts the harpoon, and we'll exclaim to you guys, is any of this useful to anyone else? Me having my needler, I think the golden stag blowpipe will be similar to a needler, right?
Very similar, yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to offer the weapon and blow darts to anyone else.
I think that'd be kind of cool.
Okay. He gives the weapon to you.
Sweet, thank you.
I'm going to post it in chat what I wrote in my thing because I've spent time writing it. Someone else should write it. And he's going to exclaim, "Who could use the armor?"
I think Mir pipes in on the comm and be like, "We can always sell it if no one can use it."
I love Mir.
No, I mean, Reamer's like,
sell it.
"Yep, okay." Reamer's like, "We'll sell it then. We'll damage the insignia then."
Well, I mean, we could sell it to someone who could probably repurpose it. Like, it doesn't.
True. Plenty of shops in Penumbra will do that.
Mm-hmm. Slash, anyone
Otherwise-
wanting to infiltrate the Golden Dawn can have this armor.
This is true. Either way, good combat. Everyone.
All right.
Whitley's still talking on the comm.
Then just kind of like taps her on the shoulder. It's like, give it up, dude. Like,
Oh yeah, let me do a recovery. What's up, recovery?
Yeah, do we have 10 minutes and I can take my 10-minute recovery roll, or is it gonna transition faster than that?
You can take your 10-minute recovery roll. Yeah, I think Ziegler says, "Hang on, everybody, we're almost there." And like as you crest the next dune, you
Nice.
see a collection of bright blue and sea green tents out on the desert sand.
Speed pool took a hit.
Yeah, you can all do a 10-minute recovery.
Okay, there. I put up speed and might, covered a bit.
Yeah, so just for sake of time, you all successfully arrive at the Serian Hinds Lodge camp on Icaros, and you give over the information.
He lets.
is that
I think he lets our newlyweds give the information.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Ziegler's lost interest in whatever's going on. He's just sort of trying to look at the damage in the van. He's kicked this bike over as well.
She's probably looking at the bike, but she's watching what's going on.
Can you reach the
Yeah.
pedal?
I feel like Mur might come up besides Flutter, or sorry, not besides Cinch, and basically say like, let's just make sure Biscuity doesn't get himself killed. Like,
Yep.
these aren't the people he normally deals with.
Yep.
Yeah. Reamer
Like
Wait. Would wearing the armor help?
no.
No.
Okay, no, this group, sorry, I'm forgetting, this group's hosed. Never mind.
Yeah.
The armor is
No.
hidden in the van.
Yeah. Cinch is just Cinch is like weapons ready kind of thing, watching, but just kind of trying to keep it.
Reamer is just standing with his knuckles ready.
When Whittle eventually gets off the comm, she will join them in handing the information over.
Yeah, the Assyrian Hind Lodge offer you 5,150 howl for bringing them the information directly.
Would they? They're opposed to the Golden Dawn, right?
The Golden Stag
Sorry,
Revolutionary
Golden Stag.
Front. Yes, they are.
I think I could offer to sell them the armor for our guys. See if they'll pay extra for it.
They would pay 700 howl for the armor.
Whittle, can you negotiate that a little bit?
Yeah.
I am very willing to.
I mean, I've also got financial acumen as a Cypher. I could apply that and give you an asset.
If we're gonna do like put all in, do we like want to sell the hover bikes too and try and get a big bunch of money? Or do you want to keep the hover bikes?
Hover bikes.
I mean, like if we keep the hover bikes, then we have to pay to store them on Tella. So
Yeah, I can't even pay to house myself.
like you're couch surfing with me.
Yeah, I'm not sure we can even fit the bikes in the ship.
Yeah,
Right.
They
So,
would
like,
pay 1,100 each for the hover bikes.
Okay, that's starting to look a little better. And
what about the chop? And we have to look at the price on the chop shop.
Yeah, when we
That'll
go back,
be a future session. Yeah, when you get back to tell us, we'll.
Was that 2,900 for bikes plus armor? So
it's
And then
5,150 for the information.
So 8,050 overall.
And
Okay, so it's 5,150 for the information. They'll pay you 700 for the armor and 1,100 per bike.
Yeah.
And then can Whittle negotiate more, or is that what it is?
Whittle can negotiate more.
Whittle will attempt to negotiate more.
Sure. Difficulty 4 persuasion.
And I'm going to apply my financial acumen cipher for an asset to give
I
to
apply lies and trickery as well.
Sure, 2 people can help Whittle. There's 2 equipment.
the financial
assets.
acumen it can override the asset cap as well. So,
Sure. So that's 2 from equipment currently.
And Mir do like I don't know if this would actually help, but like a search of kind of like what other people are paying for these type of equipment.
I mean, on the surface of Icaros, I think that's probably going to be a little bit difficult. This is a
Okay.
take
Very
it
fair.
or
I would-
leave it kind of situation.
I would posit that with the stuff and the effort I'm spending, it's actually 0 effort. So here we go.
Oh,
Minor
we got
effects as
an
well.
idea.
Minor effect.
Minor effect. I
Yes.
feel like you get some of their names, and like if we have other stuff to give away next time, like we've got a contact.
Or they
Yeah.
actually can fix the van.
Ooh,
True.
fixing the van. That'll be useful.
What do you want,
Yeah,
Whittle?
so I think they give you a 20% markup on
Wow.
everything for
Oh,
the
God.
negotiation of Whittle.
Nice.
So that'll be 8,050 times 20%.
So currently it's 9,660 split 6 ways.
6 ways.
That's
What is Biscuity getting? Sure.
Biscuity did everything with you. He's expecting a Penumbra cut.
That's fair.
He was our driver.
Yeah.
Just make sure you guys file your taxes jointly.
I might have to screw my so-called husband over.
What?
I mean, you're gonna literally do that later.
Some arm
Yeah,
wrestling.
there'll be vigorous arm wrestling later, yeah.
So all in all, it works out to 1,610 howl each.
Okay. Add that. 2,280. Wow. Figure out what to.
I've got such a weird number of howl, because there's a few times where you've got me to roll to see how many howl I've actually spent.
That's because you've got an issue with critical thinking.
Yes, and I've
Yeah.
got 4,000 individual crit sticks.
That's true. Yeah, because you refuse to use the money box.
I think Cinch is just like, you can bloody well expect my my wedding present is not being pissed off that I took like a $3,000 hit
Yeah.
on this job.
I think the
I mean-
close. The close.
You know, appropriately, it's like the act of service is a great gift, and then Reamer gets back in the van.
Yeah, I think the closing shot we get, very cinematic. We see the Icarosian sun, watery and yellow, setting in the distance as we get a camera shot of our team stood next to a hot, steaming hover car and 2 hover bikes, negotiating with Assyrian Hind Lodge Hunter. Looks very similar to the Golden Stag, just wearing mostly silver armor. The person you're speaking to has a pair of silver antlers attached to their helmet. As you're negotiating, handing over the armor, Whittle's in intense discussion, and that's the scene that we fade out on as the poisoned email passes hands from Biscuity to this Aguamalan leader. Then credits roll.
I give back his phone.
Right.
That's my wedding present. His phone, his own phone.
Oh, wow. A new scanner? I always wanted a new scanner. My old one was shit.
Oh, I was not going to question that.
Yeah, the credits roll, and then after credit scene is Remo handing Ziegler back his phone, and Ziegler looks at the cardboard and soap contraption in his hand, crushes it, and takes back his actual phone.
And it downloaded all your information and everything. It's perfect.
Yeah. There we are. Thank you for playing, everybody. That was a blast.
That was awesome.
Very
Oh.
fun.